What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. Any dogs in the house? Woo, 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 woo. Any dogs in the house? Woo, 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 woo. Now, with that out of the way, shall we begin?
Lobo Nation is on Jack FM. KOOI, Jacksonville, Tyler, Longview.
106.5 Jack FM presents the John King Coaches Show.
Brought to you by Peters Chevrolet Chrysler Dodge Jeep Buick in Longview.
Good evening, Longview, Lobo Nation, Harlan, the sports guy, Pigskin Bob, and good evening, Coach John King. Welcome to the John King Coaches Show, presented by Peters Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Buick, and Fiat. How are you, Coach?
Doing great.
Big win last week. McKinney North was kind of going to be for the district title. Most people like us say that was the district championship, and they gave you a fight, but you got out there and hung with them, and they had enough.
Well, I think everybody thought Lancaster, Forney, and McKinney North, all three might have been for the district championship.
Sure, we have a lot of those.
We had all three on the road, which was going to be a difficult challenge heading into the season. You know, we felt like we'd have to play well on the road, and we did. And our kids played very well the other night. We played great defense. We didn't let the Walker kid get going in the running game. And then offensively, we had a lot of success running the ball and mixed in some timely throws as well. We didn't punt. I mean, we had one turnover and we turned it over on downs. And other than that, we pretty much controlled the game. And we're just proud of what we're able to do on the road. It's hard to do and go beat a great team like McKinney North at their place was definitely a statement.
And it was that win that solidified back into the playoffs. And Harlan went ahead and made that announcement last week.
I say it every year.
Say it again.
The Longview Lobos are back in the playoffs.
Back in the playoffs.
I got quoted in the paper in 05 for saying
I remember that.
I mean, I swear to you, he's watching all of the standings, and as soon as you're in the playoffs, he'll stop a spot during our show to announce it. I'm just saying.
Well, that solidified our spot. You're exactly right, and we're in good shape for a top seed in the playoffs and a gold ball.
When they're pregame saying overrated, does that? And we knew they were. Does that fire you up? Does that get your blood just ready to go?
Oh yeah, we haven't talked about that.
Yeah, note to self.
Right?
You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. So, they stopped saying it pretty soon.
All that, revenge factor and all the other stuff. It doesn't fire me up a whole lot. But I can tell you what, I don't forget it.
No, of course not. But do you? On the other hand, do you also appreciate it a little bit? They're there. They're into it. They want the Longview Lobos. They see you as the Dallas Cowboys, as Alabama. That's who they got their circled on their calendar. You got to appreciate it a little bit.
Well, yeah, you're right. It happens quite often for us.
Sure.
Yes.
There's a lot of games people have circled with us. We get their best shot, and it's just a testament to these kids, how they go about their business week to week. They answer the bell time and time again, and the ability for these players to stay even keel is amazing. They never get too high, too low. No moment's ever too big for them. It's not some yo-yo deal back and forth. They just kind of go about their business, and I look forward to some of the motivational tactics some teams give us too. I like for them to try to stir us up. It's nice to see our guys get stirred up without me having to do it.
Bob loves the story when you were at Rose Stadium playing Pine Tree, because they didn't have a stadium that had visitor seats. So remember this game? We're at Rose Stadium.
God, it was years ago.
And they scored early, and they have those spirit boys that wear the coats and the jackets and the ties and whatnot. And they scored on you pretty quick. Mm-hmm. And they're down there jawing the Lobo defensive players. And as they started walking back, Bob and I are on the sidelines. I go, that's Longview. You need to cool it.
Right.
And sure enough, you put another 50 on them. Or the rest
remember, got your can opener.
Right.
You can open a can.
Bob said last week on our show, John King knows how to work a can opener.
Yes, he does.
Well, I got some good players, good coaches. I think John King doing anything.
Only one loss in the year. That was a game you really could have won, and you didn't. And then undefeated moving forward. This is a very cool spot to be in, isn't it?
Well, it is, and the fact that we know we're going to the postseason, and the fact that we still got things to play for keeps the motivation going. We're not just going to be happy with getting in the playoffs. We want a home game, and we've got to win some more to do that. We want the gold ball, and we don't want to share it. We got a chance to be district champions and the sole district champions of 7-5A, and like I say, put another gold ball on the shelf.
And your fans expect deep runs each and every year.
Yes, expected.
We do. I mean, I'm one of them. We do.
Well, I am too. As a coach, we expect it too, and that's what we're planning for. You know,
Amen.
It's not a sprint, it's a marathon, and how we structure the way we practice from the start of the season till how we practice this week. It's all with the major plan of playing in the state championship. So,
and you have to believe that the pressure's a privilege. Right?
Yeah, it is.
I think it was Billie Jean King that first said it, and Jeff Traylor made it famous in my heart. But you want to have fans expect to go deep in the playoffs and win the gold balls and, never lose. You want that pressure.
I've always said I'd rather be expected to win than expected to lose.
I was fixing to say that. I keep remembering you taught me that.
Yeah, I taught you something.
That's it. I mean,
I've been in a place where they didn't expect to win, and it's awful. I'd be expected to win.
Oh, it's like cancer in the school when you're on a losing and everybody thinks you're going to lose again. And
it's a negative,
how bad y'all
vibe.
going to lose tonight?
Yeah, everybody's expecting you to lose.
Oh, it's awful.
No, it's
but y'all don't know how that feels, so.
Well, we don't want to start it either. So.
Hey, real quick, you told us we were talking off the air. Andrew Tutt threw an interception last week and then told Coach Val, was it, after the game or later on, that's the first interception he's thrown at the quarterback at any level.
Yes.
That's right.
Is that bananas? Talking about that.
Out of diapers.
He told Coach Val Monday in the weight room. We were in there with our Monday lift, and he told him that was the first interception he's thrown. Never threw one in middle school or as a freshman or on the JV or varsity. That's the first one ever. So just don't need to start a trend.
That's right. So one every 6 years.
Yeah, we'll let him slide.
We'll let him have that. Okay. There you go. Let's. Hey, it's a big night. It's the 100th meeting of Longview and Tyler. Senior night. We got to talk about all that. Get ready for this important game because they're trying to make the playoffs, and they've got to find a way to upset somebody, and it might as well be that team across the I-20 that we've beaten there before. So let's talk about that game and tonight's game and get ready for that after this on the John King Coaches Show, presented by Peters, Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Buick, Fiat, on your home for Longview Lobo football. 106.5 Jack FM.
Longview Lobo High School football.
Brought to you by Peters Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Buick, and Longview.
Peters Ram in Longview is the #1 Ram truck dealer in East Texas. Don't miss the biggest deal in Texas. The Ram Half-Ton Lone Star. 0% for 72 months or get $9,000 off. Ram heavy-duty trucks. The largest selection this year. And Ram commercial and fleet units are in stock and ready to go to work. The largest selection of new Ram vehicles at Peters Ram during the Ram Power Days. Online at peterschryslerjeep.net.
Time to get it on.
At Christus Health, something very important drives us to keep pushing the boundaries of medicine and care with new technologies and programs. It's the reason we continue to expand into new communities each year, bringing more physicians, more services, and more care closer to more people. So what could be that important? You. Your health, your life, our purpose. Christus Health.
Happy Halloween! Here's an incredible deal worth screaming for. Cable Link's broadband 300 megs with unlimited data for less than $35 a month. The best price in town for this speed. Treat yourself with a 12-month price lock, no credit check, and no deposit required. Plus, you may qualify for the affordable connectivity plan for more savings. Visit cablelinks.com/connect. That's cablelinks.com/connect. Many factors affect speed. Offer expires without notice. Restrictions apply.
Two great Longview traditions, Longview Lobo Football and Hot Dog Express. Stop by Hot Dog Express this week for your favorite hot dogs and delicious fries, featuring all your favorites, the mustard dog, delicious chili cheese dogs, the famous Chicago dog, and Polish sausages. Hot Dog Express on Highway 80 now features an expanded drive-through lane. Good luck to the Longview Lobos this season. Let's make another state championship run with extra mustard.
Watch your money grow with Eastman Credit Union. Start earning more today with a 5.50% APY when you open an 11-month investment certificate. That's right. Get a 5.50% APY and an 11-month investment certificate available now for a limited time. To get started, just go to ecu.org/grow. Now is the time to earn and save, and signing up is quick and easy. But don't wait. Visit ecu.org/grow to earn more today. Eastman Credit Union.
Longview Lobo High School football.
Brought to you by Peters Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Buick, and Longview.
Harlan, the sports guy, and Pigskin Bob, head coach John King back on the John King Coaches Show. Thank you for listening. It's brought to you by Peters Chevrolet in Longview. And, Coach, this kind of snuck up on all of us, the 100th meeting of Tyler and Longview.
Yeah, I wasn't aware of that. I know we've had some I'm talking about some Whoa Daddies through the years. And it's two teams that mirror one another.
How so?
Physicality, speed, East Texas. Just blue collar kind of kids, but they've always been great games and been district rivals for many, many years. I don't know, 60, 70 years they're in a district together, and our kids compete against each other in everything from football to basketball, track. I mean, when they're in youth sports playing travel teams, they play one another, but they also respect one another. The examples, McFall, the big running back from Tyler that's going to UCLA. He was at Taylor Tatum's announcement when he announced he's going to Oklahoma.
Was he really?
Yeah, they're big friends, aren't they?
Yeah, they're friends. They go to all these camps together, and I'm sure they may train together. And but you'd be surprised at the relationships a lot of these kids in East Texas have with one another when it comes to that. We had several other kids there from other schools, so it's nice to see that. I mean, competitors on the field can be friends and cordial off the field. It's what it's about.
Tyler High has a brand new coach this year. Coach Woods.
Coach Rashawn Woods done a heck of a job.
Former NFL wide receiver. And he's done a great job. I think he's done a little bit better than people expected out of him out of this first year.
Well, I'll say this. He's been there since, I guess, March, maybe?
Yeah.
And to do what he's done in that short amount of time, very impressive. And
they're 6-2 on the season.
6-2, and they've got kids out playing, and of course they've got speed, and they've got some young kids that are playing. Very, very inexperienced roster, and they're 6-2. But they don't seem to panic. They don't seem to grab bag. They stay with a plan, whether it's offense or defense. They're just going to line up and do what they do, and they've gotten good at doing it. And I talked to him on the phone the other day, just real impressed with what he's done. And of course, he's going to get that thing going again. Just hope not tonight.
Yeah, and it also seems like Coach Bo on the other side of Tyler is building won 3 of their last 4. Now, not the toughest opponents in the world, but 3 out of 4 and in the playoffs. So it's something you have to keep an eye on as rivals. Is you probably don't mind when those two programs are struggling, but they both seem to have gotten good coaches.
They have
installed over there.
They've got a different set of problems in Tyler than what we have.
Sure,
and you've got to figure out what the problems are and work through them and how you're going to get them solved. And I think both those guys were aware of that, and they took the jobs that they have, and they had a plan in place. They're going to try to rectify that situation. So. I hope both schools have success all but one night.
What are the Lions going to see tonight?
I hope we play well tonight. It's senior night. We've got 33 seniors we're going to recognize pregame. We need to play fast, physical on defense, not give up the big play. And offensively, we're going to have to be able to mix in, run, and pass. They're going to load the box on us. We're going to have to be able to throw the ball effectively. We may have some rain. I think there's a 30 or 40% chance of rain and some wind out of the south, so that could factor in. And then in the kicking game, we can't kick the ball to McFall. I mean, we can't let him get in the open field and do what he does. They got another kid, 26, I forget his name, but they got speed. And if they get a crease, they can take it to the house. And so we'll have to play well. But for us, it's not a magical game plan. I mean, we hope we have a solid game plan. Want to win a game. We're going to go do what we do. We're not going to invent the wheel.
You talked 33 seniors tonight. You got to take a minute and talk about some of those that you're going to play their last district home game tonight. Yeah, obviously, you got a lot more games in front of you. But talk about some of those special kids that you've been with helped raise. And
you know what I remember about this class more than anything was June the 8th, 2020.
Okay.
COVID. It was the first day that we got those kids back to a summer workout. And when their parents drove through the circle at the Lobo, not the Lobo Den, but by the softball and the drop-off area by the high school, I think they were throwing them out of the car because they'd have been home for 12 weeks. And we started June 8th, and we had amazing attendance with those kids. And some of them I knew, some of them I didn't because I didn't get a chance to go to the middle schools that spring and work with them much. But that's what I remember, June 8th, 2020, how they started showing up, how they worked together, and they were really, really talented as freshmen. And that hadn't changed. Of course, they've grown through the way. But 15 of these kids were 3-year varsity lettermen, which is the most we've ever had. And then you think about the individuals, and of course, everybody knows Taylor Tatum, the best running back in the country. There's Willie Nelson, who's a household name too. Everybody knows Willie with his defensive back play and returning punts but I think about the secondary, Jaden Simmons, Buda Garrett, Chase Smith. Those guys have been 3-year starters in the secondary. Never had that happen when you had a group of 4 do that. Billy Smith, straight up dog. Since day one. Coaches both his older brothers, and he's the best of the bunch. I can tell you that.
Yeah,
no question.
Little brother usually is.
Yeah, Zari Shepard, coach's dad. Now I'm getting to coach, my former player's son. That was special. A great kid, tremendous character. Offensive line, T. Morgan, 3-year starter. Jamerson Darrensburg, 3-year varsity player. Undersized, but he's got some will and some determination. And then Jacoby Watts, 3-year varsity player at guard. Ethan, I've known his little butts. He was running around in the turf room for your Thursday night games of the week. When him and Josh were in there playing ball with each other.
Yeah. I used to throw to him on the courthouse at Jefferson from the steps, and the little turd would run under it every time. And I can't believe he's a senior in high school.
You're the reason for his success, then. Yeah.
Oh,
it's flown by.
There's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
But this group has been on our radar since they were in the 8th grade.
Sure.
People have been excited about your seniors this year as we followed them along and going, that's going to be one of the special teams that the Lobos have ever had.
Yep.
And it looks like it.
Yeah. DK Reese, another one. I coached his dad and watching him grow up. Andrew Tutt,
good kids.
Great kids. And I can tell you where it starts at. It starts at the house. And you can look at these groups in this class of 2024. Kudos to the parents for how they raise these kids, because you have some classes, they don't have the character, they don't have the drive, they don't have the understanding like this group collectively does. So thank y'all for letting us coach your kids. And, I've raised a fine bunch. They're going to be successful for a long, long time. But I hate to name names. I know there's 33 of them, and I'm forgetting some kids. And
you did pretty good. Yeah, you got a lot of them.
Well, I wanted to hit on the ones that's been varsity players that I could remember for the most part. But if I forgot one, I apologize. But they're all special.
We'll catch up with it next week.
Yeah, they're all special.
Does it get easier? These games, when you see these great players getting ready to leave, move on?
Oh, no. Make the most of it. It's
live in the moment.
Live in the moment. You ain't going to have them forever. But there's a saying that I've had for many years: when you got the hammer, you better use it. And we feel like we got the hammer. So it's our time to use it. Felt like we had it last year,
and there's good kids in the 9th grade.
Oh, yeah, they're coming.
There's
good kids. There are always kids that surprise you. There's groups that you have as freshmen, you think, we won't win a game when these guys are seniors. Right. Then they grow up and they go through the program, they develop, they mature.
How am I going to win without them?
Yeah.
Right.
Then all of a sudden, they're ready to go. So
can't line up right.
Yeah.
I bet you're crying in May, though, at graduation night. A couple of those guys are walking across. Billy Smith, no!
Yeah, we're going to miss old Billy.
Yeah, you'll miss Billy Smith.
You just won't miss Billy on game night. You miss Billy during the week. You miss Billy during the off season. You miss Billy with the leadership and the character that he has. And I can tell you, his daddy Cedric's done a heck of a job raising that young man.
There you go.
Good.
There you go.
Wait, before we get off, can I say one thing?
Of course.
Early voting's going on.
Hey, and Bob, how do they vote?
Yes.
Vote
you
yes.
got to vote yes for our LIS. You can't say anything about it.
No, I'm saying go vote.
Pigskin Bob?
Vote yes for LISD kids, and you can vote at the high school. Isn't there
early voting's at the ESC and several other places. I went to the ESC and voted Monday. I got mine out of the way. Mm-hmm. The LISD Educational Service Center, whatever it's called.
Yeah. And
on Young Street.
Raffle tickets for the Lobo carving tonight.
Arboretum, yes, it is tonight. We'll be on sale tonight. $10 a ticket. There'll be a table by the concession stand for that. And also, we got
I'll go get us some tickets.
Fundraising stuff for our choir. They're going to raffle off a zero-turn mower and some other lawn equipment. So support our Lobo extracurricular activity program.
And vote yes for LISD kids.
And vote yes. And let's vote playoffs, and let's go secure that first-round home game and get ready for the postseason and the 100th meeting. You don't want to lose the 100th meeting.
Don't want to lose any of them.
Tyler and Longview.
No.
Was it 25 Lobos in the NFL all time?
I saw that. Somebody sent me a tweet. 25 Lobos. We're tied with somebody. It's John, Tyler, and Longview are on that list.
And Tyler is at 24.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them. And kind of impressive.
Kind of fun. All right, go get them, Coach. Thank you for your time. This is the John King Coaches Show. It was presented by Peters Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Buick, Fiat. We'll come back, send it to Lobo Stadium Senior Night at the Lobo, and we'll have Brian Houston, Johnny Vaughn with the call on your home for Longview Lobo football. It's 106.5 Jack FM.
Longview Lobo High School football.
Brought to you by Peters Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Buick, and Longview.
Peters Chevrolet has a new shipment that just arrived. Our largest selection of trucks and cars of the year. With Silverados, Silverado Heavy Duty, and the Silverado Diesel half-ton trucks with up to 29 miles per gallon. And don't miss fantastic deals, like 1.9% financing on Silverado and Silverado Heavy Duty. So check out the largest selection of new Chevrolets at Peters Chevrolet. Online at peterscars.net. Peters Chevrolet. Find new roads.
This has been the John King Coaches Show on 106.5 Jack FM.
Brought to you by Peters Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Buick, and Longview. Start checking at Telco Plus Credit Union to be a winner. Their checking accounts are awesome. Direct deposit is paid 2 days early. Bill pay is free. Overdraft or no overdraft options. And they set you up to win a free app, low balance alerts, and budget software. They have discounts for students and seniors. Open a checking account today with your hometown credit union, Telco Plus, to save and earn more. Federal insured by the NCUA. Checking approval and membership qualifications apply. Visit telcoplus.org for details and restrictions.
Why hire the Lobo lawyers? Because if you've been seriously injured through no fault of your own, you don't have to fight the insurance company alone. We are your pack, and we will fight for you. When it's time to Lobo up and lawyer up, call Sorey and Hoover, the Lobo lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. Board-certified personal injury trial lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. That's 903-CALLDAN. Sorey and Hoover, the Lobo lawyers.
When you're in need of collision repair, you need a shop that has a proven track record of being experienced, reliable, and friendly. McDaniel's Quality Body Works has stood the test of time in Longview for 89 years. From the early years of repairing Furies, Bel Airs, and Studebakers to today's complex Cobras, Stingrays, and Silverados, McDaniel's has been committed to your automotive collision repair needs since 1933. McDaniel's Quality Body Works in Longview, Kilgore, and Gilmer is the solution to your collision repair needs.
Passing the competition by leaps and bounds. The team of world-class specialists at Christus Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute are experts in caring for bones, joints, and muscles. In addition to treatment, they also provide special programs designed to keep you in optimal shape and improve athletic performance. So whether you're a student athlete or a weekend warrior, they'll keep you at the top of your game. Christus Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute, taking orthopedic care a step further.
What time is it? Game time. Any dogs in the house? Woo, 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 woo. Now, with that out of the way, shall we begin?
Hell yeah!
106.5 Jack FM presents Longview Lobo High School football.
KOOI Jacksonville. Brought to you by Peters Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. Also brought to you by Eastman Credit Union, Longview Kilgore Cable TV, Sorey and Hoover Law Firm, Fish's RV Center, Longview Orthopedic Clinic, Christus Good Shepherd, Soapy's Car Wash, Hot Dog Express, Telco Plus Credit Union, and McDaniel's Quality Body Works. The Lobos are on 106.5 Jack FM.
Lobo Nation, it's Longview Lobos football on Jack 106.5 Jack FM, live from Lobo Stadium in Longview. It is the 100th meeting between the number 2 team in the state, the Longview Lobos, and the Tyler Lions. Good evening, I'm Brian Houston along with Johnny Vaughn. The Longview Lobos of Coach John King come into tonight's game on a 7-game winning streak. They're 7-1, 5-0 in district play after last week's big 36-13 win over North McKinney for sole possession of first place in District 7 5A Division I. The Lobos used a punishing ground game, rushing for 364 yards. Taylor Tatum with 154 of those yards. Kelvin Washington chipped in with 156. The Lobo defense held North's outstanding running back, Jaden Walker, to only 77 yards. A win tonight clinches the District 7 5A Division I district title for Longview. That would be John King's 16th district championship in 20 years as the Lobos head coach. The Tyler Lions have bounced back from a 2-8 season last year to go 6-2 and 3-2 in district play under first-year head coach Rashawn Woods, a former two-time All-American wide receiver at Oklahoma State and a 4-time pro in the NFL and the Canadian Football League. Tyler coming off a 23-20 win over the Lufkin Panthers. Freshman kicker Marvin Espinal hit his third field goal of the game with 5:13 remaining, and senior linebacker Aiden Keys sealed the win with a late interception in a game of big plays on both offense and defense. The Lions are led by outstanding wide receiver Derek McFall, a UCLA commit who's caught 45 balls for 767 yards and 9 touchdowns. The defense features safeties Deshaun Williams, who has numerous college offers. The Lions fighting for fourth and final spot in the playoffs. They need wins tonight and next week against Forney to ensure they get into the postseason play. Tonight, Longview says goodbye to a senior class of 34 athletes who are coming into tonight having won 30 games, lost only 6, and have gone to the regional finals in their sophomore years and played in the state semifinals last year. Johnny Vaughn, it's going to be tough to see these guys go, but in the meantime, got a big ball game tonight.
Yeah, I think this game is really important because what you don't want to do is lose momentum at the end of the season to go into the playoffs. And Tyler is better than they've been. This is a big game to them. You're going to see their best effort, and I want to see Longview's best effort because I want to go into the playoffs because we're going there playing at the top of our game. So it'll be interesting to see how this starts out tonight.
Absolutely will be. It's Longview against Tyler on 106.5 Jack FM. We'll take a 30-second timeout. We'll be right back. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Longview Lobo High School football.
Brought to you by Peters Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Buick, and Longview.
Peters in Longview is the #1 pre-owned center in the region with over 800 vehicles, from light and heavy-duty trucks and vans to a huge selection of SUVs, including Cadillac, Lexus, and BMW. Protect yourself from high gas prices with our great selection of economical cars and our pre-owned Bronco and Wrangler MPVs. And we have a large selection of pre-owned commercial and fleet vehicles, including flatbeds and box vans. All at Peters, the #1 pre-owned center in East Texas. Online at peterscars.com.
77 degrees at Lobo Stadium in Longview tonight. Very humid evening, 87 degrees. We might see a little bit of cramping up tonight, Johnny, so we need to keep an eye on that. Lobos are in their green jerseys with the white pants. They've got the gold numerals and, of course, the green headgear with the gold L's on either side. Across the way, Tyler in the all-white uniforms, white pants, white jerseys with the navy blue trim. They have white helmets with a navy blue T on the sides of the helmets. So getting ready for a big ball game tonight. Again, there's been years when this ball game, 100 years now, they've been playing this game. And I can remember many a time when it was always the 9th game of the year, and it was always both of those teams coming into the situation with the district championship on the line. Sometimes the only one team going to the playoffs. So this thing's been a classic every year for as long back as I can remember.
Well, it's a long-time rivalry between really two great programs. Tyler's kind of fallen off the last few years, but I think they've turned it around this year. And it's going to be a tough game tonight for the Lobos, I think.
Well, I do know this. I've seen these kids since they were in middle school, the Tyler kids. They've got some talent. They've got some football talent, and they all seem to be going in the same direction right now. So Rashawn Woods has done a great job in 1 year of getting this program back at least on the right direction. As far as the 7-5A Division I schedule tonight. In addition to tonight's ball game here in Longview, you got McKinney North at Forney, Lancaster at North Mesquite, and West Mesquite at Lufkin. Longview is first in the district at 5-0. Forney and McKinney North are tied for second at 4-1. Tyler right now at 3-2 is in fourth place, but right behind them Lancaster, who beat Tyler, and so they're at 2-3. And then you have Lufkin at 1-4, West Mesquite at 1-4, and North Mesquite at 0-5. So we'll be keeping an eye on some of those ball games. Obviously, this ball game, a big one for Tyler if they want to try to get into the playoffs. For Longview, as you said, you just want to make sure you're playing your best ball as you try to get this thing wrapped up, get a home playoff game to start this playoff run, and so you want to make sure you take care of business tonight.
I mean, playing the first round game in the playoffs at home is a giant boost for your team, your fans, and everybody. So, I mean, Longview needs to go in this with a couple of wins and have the momentum and see what goes, you know. We fell one game short last year. We need one more game this year.
No doubt. The coin toss is being performed here at the center of the field. Tyler won the toss, and they have elected to defer. That means the Lobos will receive to start, and that means we'll see the number one running back in the country, Taylor Tatum, at tailback tonight. Andrew Tutt will be the quarterback. The offensive line, Tavian Morgan at center. The guards, Jamorian George, Cedric Wrighton, and the tackles, Jacoby Watts and Fernando Longoria. The tight end, Cedric Mitchell, he'll be rotating with Tyreek Tennyson. The wide receivers, DeKalen Reese and Ethan Harrison. And again, we should see some of Buster Mumphrey. We'll see some of Kelvin Washington as well in the backfield. For Tyler's Lions on defense, on the front line, you got Jay Stanford, Trustin Mallard Foreman, Julian Dews. The linebackers on the outside, Aiden Keys and Christian Suing. DeCanan Suing and DeQuavian Sellers are in the inside. Amari and Spencer Hood and Jeremiah Taylor are the corners, and Braylon Ford and Deshaun Williams will be the safeties. Lobos will be kicking off from our left to our right. Back deep at the 10-yard line, Willie Nelson and Kelvin Washington. Espinal kicks it short. It's taken at the 22, brought out to the 30, 35. Kelvin Washington out to the 38-yard line, and that's where the Lobos will take over. 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line with 11:53 to go here in the first quarter.
Yeah, when you make a decision to run a little pooch kick like that, you're going to give Longview great field position, or at least good field position to start out. And Longview's going to start at the 38, but I'm not sure I would have done that. Actually, I'm sure I wouldn't have.
That's fair enough. Lobos come out with twin running backs either side of Tutt in the gun. They've got two wide receivers to the left. They send a man in motion, Washington, and a flag immediately, and we already have probably a legal procedure against the Longview Lobos. Not the way you want to start this thing. And that's going to back it up 5 yards. That's kind of plagued this offense much of this year, these illegal procedure penalties.
Yeah, Tennyson moved out on this side and actually took a couple of steps before the snap, so he wasn't in sync on that particular play.
1st and 15 from the 33-yard line now, and again they'll throw a quick pass out to the left side in the flat. That's Kelvin Washington, gets a block. He's going to get across the 45, and that's where he'll be marked out of bounds. A 13-yard gain. It's going to make a short second down for them. Second down and about 3 from the 45-yard line. Very athletic defense for the Tyler Lions. Their biggest problem this year is in the games they've lost, they've gotten behind big and then had to scrap and claw to get back in the game. Now you got Tatum lined up in the slot. Now he'll shift to the running back. Tutt will play action, RPO over the middle. It's caught at the 45-yard line in Tyler territory. Ethan Harrison made the grab for a gain of 10 and a first down.
Andrew Tutt's pass.
It's a quick little slant pass. They did that last week too, and it's a good throw and a good catch. Get some first down.
Now they'll come out with the 3 wideouts, 2 on the right side, 1 on the left. Ethan Harrison moving in tight on the left side. Now they'll hand it off up the middle. And that run will get to about the 42-yard line. I believe that was Tatum that carried the ball there. It was. And he gained 3, so it'll be second down and 7.
Sellers on the tackle.
Lobos have the ball. Opening drive of the game in Tyler territory.
Well, Kelvin Washington and Taylor coming out and substitute for them. That's interesting.
Give them a breather, I guess. Double wing formation this time. And now a handoff up the middle and a big burst all the way down to the 36-yard line. That's Mason Washington, who came in on the long yardage second down play and got him to within a yard of the first down at the 36.
Yeah, well, no short of a running backs on this thing.
And obviously John King has plenty of confidence enough to take his 2 best running backs out of the game and not miss a beat. So now they'll get under center. Tutt at quarterback. The lone back is Tatum. He'll take the handoff right up the middle. He'll find a gap and he'll get the first down at the 32-yard line. A 4-yard gain, 1st and 10 Lobos, 9:54 to play. First quarter, Longview and Tyler, no score.
Sellers with the tackle.
Checking in again, Mason Washington, along with Taylor Tatum. And they'll send Tatum out in the slot to the left. From the gun, Tutt will hand it off to Washington. Washington right up the middle, moves the pile, gets to the 26-yard line. It's a gain of 6.
Mason Washington.
And so Longview establishing some push up front.
And it's interesting that Mason Washington has had little playing time the last 2 or 3 weeks, and now he's already got a couple of carries, picked up 12 yards.
And they're moving Tatum all around, so they have to account for him. So right now Tatum's lined up right behind the wide receiver on the left side. And now a flag goes down. And again, it's another illegal procedure penalty against the Longview Lobos. Their second one on this drive. And it's called on number 66, offensive lineman. That's Cameron Murray, a sophomore. That will explain why that happened. But he's in there at right guard. And now 2 wide receivers to the left. Tatum lined up right behind DeKalen Reese. Tutt back to throw. Pumps once. Fires over the middle. It's incomplete. Off the hands of Taylor Tatum, who is running a square in. And it's going to be second down.
Yeah, they had
third down now.
On this side, they had an up route run, and then they cut it off inside with Tatum. Had the guy open, just wasn't thrown exactly perfect, and it goes incomplete. They had a good thought there. Had an opportunity for a big touchdown. But
third down and 9 now. And they'll send 2 wideouts to the left. They have a wing to the right. Running back, now that wing, Tennyson goes in motion to the left, lines up on the left side, and now Tutt rolls to his left, fires it deep into the end zone. Ball overthrown, intended for Ethan Harrison, incomplete. And it'll be 4th down and 9.
Yeah, I think.
And I don't know that that's an awfully long field goal.
No, I think they'll go for it.
Sure,
don't you?
I would think so.
Not the field goal, but go for the first.
But I see Tutt coming over to talk to King. Tatum goes back onto the field. Tutt staying in the game. So they are going to continue to run the offense. 4th down and 9, they'll go for it here because they're kind of in no man's land. Let's see what they got to dial up. They got twin running backs on either side of Tutt. He's in the gun. Now they'll send Tatum in motion to the left side. Tutt goes back to throw, fires over the middle, caught, dropped. He was open and had the first down, couldn't hang on to it. Ball was well thrown, and Kelvin Washington I believe that is that Kelvin? No, that's Mackay Stewart.
Mackay
Stewart had the ball, hit him in the hands, the worst place. It was there, but incomplete.
Yeah, and it killed the drive too.
Yep, ball goes over on downs.
I may be wrong, but I think that's the first time we've thrown to him this year. You remember?
He's caught a pass or two. It may not have come in a key moment. It may have been in blowout time. But now Tyler has the ball at their own 31. They'll RPO over the middle. It's caught, and then McFall breaks a tackle. He gets down the sidelines, 40, 30, and then run out of bounds in Longview territory. Explosive play on first down all the way to the 25-yard line. That's going to be a gain of 44 yards.
Well, they go to their big gun, and he makes a play out of it.
Granberry with the first pass, a short pass, and then McFall takes it all the way down to the Lobo 25. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll hand it off. Going to the left side, that's Ashton Arriaga, I believe. Lions offense on 2nd down and 9 after a gain of 1 on the play. Granberry, the quarterback. Play action, RPO right side. It's caught. McFall again on an end route, and he gets down to around the 16-yard line where he's brought down. Joseph Young is the center, Michael Cooper and Adrian Crispin the guards, Javian Harper and Cabron Edwards the tackles. The wide receivers, Derek McFall headed to UCLA, Davion Searles and Marquette Martin. Caden Granberry's thrown for 1,615 yards, 19 touchdowns. He has 2 wide receivers to the short side of the field, and now a timeout is called. And that timeout is Longview's to take. And so we'll take that timeout with them. No score. Longview and Tyler with 7:31 to play in the first quarter. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Score big with an auto loan from Eastman Credit Union. From trucks to cars and SUVs, ECU is the winning choice for all your auto loan needs. So what makes ECU the best? You can get a great low rate, financing terms to fit your budget, and an extraordinary dividend year-end bonus. And best of all, you can apply completely online right now. Just visit ecu.org/auto and step up your game today. Eastman Credit Union.
Following the Longview timeout, Tyler comes out 3rd and 1 at the Longview 16-yard line. This is their first drive of the game, but they've had a 44-yard completion to Derek McFall, who's out there one-on-one against Willie Nelson in the left side. There's a 50-50 ball into the end zone. It's overthrown, incomplete. And so they're going to try to test Willie Nelson to see if he can stay with Derek McFall one-on-one. That ought to be a great battle all night long. 2 Division I talents going against each other.
They ran a route that they shouldn't have, in my opinion, because what he did is he tried to just go up the sideline on the short side of the field with Willie with almost no room over there, and he just stepped over and basically just kept him off his route. That's kind of surprised to me.
Well, it moves to a what the stick says is 4th down. The scoreboard says 3rd and 1 on the 16. I'm not sure who to trust on this one at this point. Tyler called a timeout, though. Apparently it is 4th down, and the Lobos will send on their red zone defense. Espinal, it looks like, is going to try the field goal. He's going to be spotting it at the 23-yard line. That'll be a 33-yard field goal attempt.
He's got the leg in the pregame.
He's an excellent kicker. And there's movement in the line, so that may back it up 5 yards. Illegal procedure against Tyler, so that's going to back it up. As you said, though, Espinal can kick it.
Yeah, I think Longview defensively shifted down the line, and when they did, they got movement on the Tyler High line. He's got the leg, but then the extra 5 yards got to be a benefit for the Lobos.
So they moved it back to the 28. Now it's a 38-yard field goal try for Espinal, who's only a freshman. Left footer. Puts his foot up into it. It's up. And it's good. Woo. And with 7:24 to play in the first quarter, Tyler leads it 3-0 over Longview. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Soapy's Car Wash has been a proud sponsor of Longview Lobo football for over 20 years. Stay clean this football season with Soapy's Car Wash. The self-serve and automated bays in front of Sam's Club on Wall Street. And, of course, the drive-through wash on Highway 80. Save money with a monthly pass. And let's stay mean and clean all the way to the state championship. Soapy's is a place to be. Soapy's Car Wash. Just say the works.
Start checking at Telco Plus Credit Union to be a winner. Their checking accounts are awesome. Direct deposit is paid 2 days early. Bill pay is free. Overdraft or no overdraft options. And they set you up to win a free app, low balance alerts, and budget software. They have discounts for students and seniors. Open a checking account today with your hometown credit union, Telco Plus, to save and earn more. Federal insured by the NCUA. Checking approval and membership qualifications apply. Visit telcoplus.org for details and restrictions.
Espinal will kick it off after kicking the field goal to give Tyler a 3-0 lead. Tatum takes it at the 7. He'll bring it out, has a lane to run. 25, 30, 40, 50, and he goes out of bounds before Espinal can shove him out. So about a 45-yard kickoff return by Taylor Tatum, and the Lobos will start this drive with 7:15 to go in the first quarter. And they will have great field position at the 50-yard line.
It just shows his great speed as he was able to get to the sideline, and they had enough of an angle, but it wouldn't have taken much more, and he would have taken that one all the way in.
Here come the Lobos in the I formation. They've got a fullback behind Tut. Tatum is the tailback. They'll get the handoff to him. He busted outside, 45, 40. Puts a move on, gets the first down, still running it out of bounds at the 35-yard line. It's 15 yards and a first down for Taylor Tatum and the Longview Lobos in Tyler territory. Kelvin Washington did a great job sealing off the end and allowing Tatum to get outside and get that 15-yard run. 1st and 10, Lobos at the Tyler 35. I formation again with the fullback behind Tut. Again, the handoff to Tatum. This time he's hit in the backfield, and he's going to be slung down by number 5, Jay Stanford, the defensive end. There'll be a little bit of jawing going on. That's nothing new in this game. We've seen that for years. But you're not going to see many people trying to bully or intimidate Taylor Tatum like Jace just did.
No.
He lost 2 yards on the play back to the 37. 2nd down and 12. Lobos have it in Tyler territory. They send 2 wide receivers to the left. They've got the ball in the middle of the field, the lone wide receiver on the right. Washington goes in motion to the right. Right tackle jump. No, that's the tight end. That is Tyreek Tennyson, who left early. That's another killer 5-yard penalty against the Lobos, and that'll make it now 2nd down and 17.
It's just, you just can't make those mistakes in this situation. There's no reason to move early.
The other part of that, Johnny, that you got to think about is we're at the 9th game of the season. It's time for the 5-yard penalties to get cleaned up.
Yeah, and you don't want to start doing this at the end of the season and into the playoffs.
Tut goes back to throw on 2nd and long. Deep ball just thrown beyond the reach of Taylor Tatum, who was open at the 3-yard line. Dove could not get it.
He was open.
Oh, my goodness. That's 7.
Yeah. Just couldn't get it to him.
And that's another thing that you've got to start getting sharper on. You got wide open receivers. You've got to hit them as we get ready for the playoffs. So now it's going to be 3rd down and 17 from the 42-yard line. That's a missed opportunity, and that's 7 right there that should have been on the board.
Yeah, wide open receiver.
Wing right, 2 wide receivers to the left. From the gun, Tut back to throw. Blitz up the middle. Now Tut steps up. He gets tripped up, fumbles the ball, but he's ruled down before the ball came out. But that's a big defensive stop by the Tyler Lions. And they'll force Longview to kick. And that just, you can see the energy in the Lions right now. They're jumping up and down. They've got a lead and they got to stop.
Yeah, if you look at this game and you can just tell that they have showed up with the view that we're going to beat this Lobo team tonight.
Monteveus will punt it. Fair catch called for at the 10-yard line. And McFall takes it at the 10. And so after forcing the stop and forcing Longview to punt it, Tyler has the ball at the 5:02 mark, and they will start at their own 10-yard line, leading 3-0 over Longview. Espinal with a 38-yard field goal earlier in the quarter. First and 10. Lions come out. They're in the gun. They've got 3 wideouts to the left side of Caden Granberry. Jamichael Cooper in at running back. They throw a quick pass out to the left side. Flags are going down on the quick bubble screen. He gets across the 16, but that's going to come back. Flags were thrown on either sideline. And I'm guessing that'll be a legal procedure against Tyler.
Let's see here.
Yep, 5-yard penalty. That was the running back, Jamichael Cooper, who may have gone in motion early or started up the field early and caused the 5-yard penalty that drives it back to the 5 now. Now let's see what Longview does to take advantage of this great field position. Tyler really spreads it out with their 3 wideouts. They've got 2 to the left, 1 to the right. They're both outside the numbers. And Granberry standing inside his own end zone. Play action, RPO, throw out to McFall. McFall, a great tackle in the open field at the 5-yard line. That was made by Zarius Shepard. Zarius Shepard, what are you doing catching Derek McFall out in the flat? I checked that. It's not McFall. It's Willie Nelson. I was saying, wait a minute. Now, Zarius was out there, though. It's a loss on the play. Simmons made the tackle. Loss back to the 7-yard line. Second down and 13. Granberry steps up. Pressure coming. Sacked! He goes down back at the 3-yard line. And getting up off the bottom of the pile, Jamerson Darrensburg. And Kason Brooks in there as well.
Yeah, they both got there at the same time, didn't they?
Brooks jumped up to keep him from throwing the ball. That made him pull it down, and Darrensburg was able to jump on him and get that sack and force the punt. Check that, 3rd down now. So to be 3rd down back at the 4-yard line. Lobo defense. How about a turnover here? Granberry now 5 yards back in his own end zone. Takes the snap. He'll hand it off. And this time coming to the left side to the 18, 19. He may be short of the first down by only a yard or two. Jamichael Cooper showing some big-time burst. He got the first.
Wow.
On 3rd down and 17.
Yeah, deep in their own territory.
So they're out to the 18-yard line. Now check that, the 20. 1st and 10. Lions with 2 wide to the right side. Lone wide receiver out there to the left. And a flag goes down prior to the snap. And again, pre-snap penalties. That's illegal procedure against Tyler. And that's going to be against one of the linemen. Back it up to the 15. First down and 15 yards to go for Tyler. They lead it 3-0 with 2:51 to go here in the first quarter on senior night. at Lobo Stadium. Granberry hands it off. Up the middle, he gets a hole. He'll run to the 20, 23-yard line, and then is stacked up by the Lobo defense. Checking to see Jamichael Cooper was the running back that time. They will use different running backs. Garrett made the tackle. Ball got out to the 24-yard line, a gain of 9. It's still second down and about 6. Jamichael Cooper stays in the game at running back along with Granberry, the quarterback. He has 2 wide to the left, play action. Granberry rolls to his right, fires, it's caught. 34-yard line. Nelson brings him down, the receiver, number 34 for Tyler. That's going to be, I don't have a 34. So it could be Kadarius Miller. I have no idea.
Yeah.
We'll have to find out. But he's still in the game and he's in the slot. Cooper. McFall goes in motion. He'll set up on the left side in the slot. Now Granberry will roll to his left. Fire the ball deep, overthrown. Intended for that mysterious number 34.
It's kind of interesting. You're not even on the roster, but
yeah, it's got to be somebody. They've made some roster changes, but the only one I got was Jace Johnson's number being changed. So I'm going to check some of these receivers. As we go here, second down and 10 from the 34-yard line. Tyler with 3 wide receivers in tight. Now a play action and a roll to the right and a ball overthrown intended for McFall. And a flag going down in the backfield.
I almost think that that's going to be against Tyler, but let's see.
Holding against Tyler. So that'll be a 10-yard penalty. And so it's going to be third down and 10 for Tyler as they line it up at the 34-yard line. Twin wide receivers to either side, man in motion, Cooper. And then Caden Granberry caught from behind and brought down. Zaria Shepard at the 30-yard line, sacks him, and Tyler's going to be forced to punt.
Man, big sack, big play by Shepard.
I like it. Zaria Shepard is he is a high motor guy. Always making something happen.
Yeah, they've got 2 of them, at least 2 of them on defensive line, Billy Smith and Shepard.
No doubt. And they cause some trouble.
Zaycon Williams.
Line of scrimmage will be the 30. And the punt is a good one. High, short. Willie Nelson fumbled it and then got back on it at the 39-yard line. Ooh.
Yeah, they had one of their players was getting really close to him, and you could see he just kind of looked down at the guy, and then it hits him in the pads. Fortunate that Longview gets it back.
Lobos will have the ball at their own 39-yard line with 28 seconds remaining. They trail 3-0. And have yet to really get anything going.
Really hadn't, which is kind of a shock.
Off to a slow start. They'll come out under the center. Tutt will turn and hand it off to Taylor Tatum. Up the middle, Tatum only gets a yard or 2 out to the 41.
Tatum on the carry.
Gain of 2, be second down and 8. Clock at 12 seconds to go. We may not run another play here in the quarter.
With the tackle.
No, they'll run it down and talk about it.
That's going to be the end of the first quarter. At the end of 1, It is Tyler 3, Longview nothing. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Longview Lobo High School football.
Brought to you by Peters Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Buick, and Longview.
Peters Buick in Longview has the best selection in East Texas. Over 70 Buicks to choose from. Right now, get 1.9% financing at 36 months or 4.1% financing at 60 months on all Buick models. Check out the Buick Encore GX Avenir with an all-new look and up to 31 miles per gallon. The largest selection of new Buicks from the #1 Buick dealer in East Texas. Peters Buick. Online at peterscars.net.
Why hire the Lobo lawyers? Because if you've been seriously injured through no fault of your own, you don't have to fight the insurance company alone. We are your pack, and we will fight for you. When it's time to Lobo up and lawyer up, call Sorey and Hoover, the Lobo lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. Board-certified personal injury trial lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. That's 903-CALLDAN. Sorey and Hoover, the Lobo lawyers.
You're listening to the Lobo Radio Network on 106.5 Jack FM. Longview Lobo football, brought to you by Longview Kilgore Cable. Now let's get back to the game on 106.5 Jack FM.
First play of the second quarter, and Tutt throws a swing pass out to Taylor Tatum, and he is swallowed up by the Tyler defense as they read that one, and nobody made a block there. Nice open field tackle by number 29, Caden Drummer, a junior defensive back. So they lost yardage on the play back to the 37, and it will be 3rd down and 12.
Longview's offensively has struggled against Tyler up to this point.
They are moving Tatum around quite a bit, and he has not played a lot at running back tonight. He got him in the slot again this time, and Tutt now looking downfield gets swallowed and sacked by Lazadrian Hinton. Took too much time, couldn't find anybody open in the pocket. The protection broke down.
I think the secondary for Tyler just did a good job. They were trying to run a seam route, and that was covered. Then Taylor Tatum ran a deep flag, and he was covered, and as a consequence, the sack occurred.
Julian Dews actually was the one that made the sack, and now Longview will punt it. Monteveas really skies this one. Terrific hang time. McFall has to call a fair catch all the way back at around the 26-yard line. That's going to be a 39-yard punt and no return. And so the Lobos will start on defense here this time with Tyler having the ball in the lead, 3-0 with 10:28 to play and the first half. They'll start at their own 26. Here come the Lions with 2 wide receivers lined up in tight to the right, a lone wide receiver out to the left. Granberry will hand it off this time, and it's going to be Jamichael Cooper getting to the 30 before he is knocked down.
Jamichael Cooper picked up 4.
I am going to take a wild guess and say that 34 is Davian Searles, who would normally be 18. I have not seen an 18 out here, and Searles is usually their leading receiver. All right, Granberry back to throw. Pressure coming, flag goes down. You heard Johnny talking about a hold, and that's exactly what it is. The officials show the preliminary call. Lobo's got a lot of pressure on, and it was Caden Brooks that knocked him down. Cason Brooks, rather. So that's a 10-yard penalty. That's going to move the ball back to around the 21-yard line, I think. Yep. Move it back to the 21. 9:53 to play in the first half. 2nd down, and now it is going to be about 16 yards. They've got to get to the 36 for a first. Granberry sends a man in motion. And now he'll step up. Pressure on the backside. Down he goes. Ball comes out. Let's see who comes up with it. I think Tyler was able to fall on it.
That was great pressure, though, by the defensive line.
Chase Smith was the man that got to him, and then Zarius Shepard seemed to be the guy who was able to get a hold of him. Correction on that. Number 5, Christopher Wilder made the sack. One of the young guys getting some action.
Yeah, a guy that hadn't gotten a lot of playing time. He gets the sack.
And so that brings it all the way back to the 22-yard line, actually to the 14 now. And so it's 3rd down and 22. Man in motion, Cooper. Granberry steps up. Zarius Shepard hits him as the ball comes out. It's going to be an incomplete pass, but now they are really finding a way to wreck Tyler's pass protection. Shepard just flat whipped his offensive man, Adrian Crispin, the left guard.
Just went right around him, almost untouched, and last couple plays, the defensive line has been awakened.
There's a full moon, and the Lobos are howling right now. Line of scrimmage will be the 14. Punter standing back in his own end zone, and he shanks it, just ends up an end-over-end low kick that takes a big Tyler roll, rolls all the way down inside the 30. It's still rolling. And it finally dies at the 25-yard line. So what was going to be a terrible punt ends up being a 63-yard kick. And I don't think it was 3 feet off the ground.
I don't think so either.
Not a great-looking first half for the Lobos so far. Defense is starting to turn up the pressure some. Now it's time for the Lobo offense to get untracked.
Yeah, the offense just seems out of sync so far in this first half.
Now they're in the eye. Taylor Tatum, handoff up the middle. Tatum for short yardage. Will get to the 27-yard line.
Taylor Tatum on the carry.
Good run stuffers by Tyler. 73, Tristan Taylor, the sophomore, made the tackle on that play. Washington checks in. Mason Washington checks out. Kelvin Washington's in the game. And Washington will go out to the slot left along with the 2 wide receivers. Tutt will throw it out to the left to Kelvin Washington. He gets a block. Now he's downfield. 40, 50, 40, 30. Still cuts to the middle of the field. Still running at the 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. Touchdown, Longview.
Kelvin Washington is just, he is about as fast as you can get in high school.
Wow. 73-yard touchdown from Andrew Tutt to Kelvin Washington. He got that block on the bubble screen out to the left side, and then he was gone. Made a move at about the 25-yard line back toward the center of the field, juked somebody out of their shoes, and was able to take it in for the score. And so Monteveas comes up, high snap, and it's not gotten down. Tutt was not able to get it down. Ball was kicked into the line of scrimmage, and now there's somebody still running with it. Tyler's still running. They can get 2 points here. Number 25, Braylon Ford, still running. He's going to take it all the way back for 2 points. Wow, what a turn of events. Instead of the Lobos taking a 7-3 lead, it's going to be 6-5 Longview.
That's just incredible right there.
The snap was poor. Tutt tried to get it down. Monteveas couldn't get a decent kick. It hit into the line of scrimmage. The ball was loose, and it was picked up and run back all the way by Braylon Ford for 2. And so the score was 7:48 to go in the first half. Longview 6, Tyler 5. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Fish's RV knows a thing or two about how to go play in Texas. And we've been here long enough to know that this time of year, in this town, that means one thing. Lobos football is back. And Fish's RV's fired up to be back as a sponsor. We can't wait to watch the green, gold, and white get back to ball and take care of business. So, Lobos fans, help us bring the noise every game this fall. Because if we're going to go play, we might as well go all the way. Fish's RV in Longview at the intersection of Judson and George Ritchie, where memories begin.
Happy Halloween! Here's an incredible deal worth screaming for. Cable Links Broadband, 1 gig with unlimited data for $79.95 a month, the best deal in town. Treat yourself with a 12-month price lock, no credit check and no deposit required. Plus, you may qualify for the affordable connectivity plan for more savings. Visit cablelinks.com/getgig now. That's cablelinks.com/getgig now. Many factors affect speed. Offer expires without notice. Restrictions apply.
Matsuveus will kick off after the Lobos scored the touchdown to take a 6-3 lead, but on the point after, a block kick was taken back all the way for 2 points by Tyler. High kick taken at the 25, and that's as far as the return man, Jermichael Cooper, is going to be able to take it.
Willie Nelson with the stop.
So, Johnny, I don't know how you feel after you score a touchdown like that and finally seem to get something going, and then Tyler turns around and takes away some of that momentum with a big play there for the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, something. I mean, I don't know if I've ever quite seen that before, but it picks it up and
it doesn't happen often, that's for sure.
Goes 70-something yards, 73.
Wow. So here come the Lions now after scoring the 2 points. They have the ball, and they'll fake a sweep. Actually, they'll hand it off, and running down the right sideline and then getting knocked out of bounds after a gain out to the 37-yard line. Number 34. And I'm guessing that's Davian Searles. Until I see an 18 out there, I'm going to believe it's Searles. And that's a gain of 8 out to the 4-yard line. And the quarterback, Granberry, rolls to his right. This time it fires over the middle. Flag goes down. That was intended for Searles, I believe. And it's going to be pass interference against the Lobos. Yep, and getting there just a little bit early. I want to say was that Brendan Reese?
I couldn't see.
Couldn't quite tell.
His number.
May have been one of the linebackers that came up on his backside. I think it may have been Brendan Reese. 36. No, that's who it was. And that would be Bryce Fuller, another senior that's getting some time tonight.
Yeah, that was Fuller.
Fuller got the pass interference. Well, 38 is who they call now. So that's DeAndre Drish. Although I don't see, well, I guess I do see a 38 there now. So 1st and 10 from the 40. It'll be Tyler's ball, and they've got twin wide receivers to either side. Back to throw, Granberry. Almost picked off on a screen. Ball thrown right into the hands of Chase Smith as they were trying to set up a screen pass, and it hit Chase right in the numbers, and he couldn't hang on to it.
Yeah, he just walked into the end zone.
Wow. The ball was poorly thrown, off target, and right into the hands of Chase Smith, and it surprised him. And he couldn't hang on to it. So it's going to be 2nd down and 10 now from the 40. Three wide to the left side. They'll hand it off right up the middle, and Zarius Shepard throws him down for a loss on the play. That's Ashton Arriaga, who was hit before he could ever get to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose 1 back to the 39.
On the carry.
That's Sherry. Shepard's having quite a first half.
Defense is really starting to step it up here in the second quarter. 3rd down and 11 now from the 39 for the Lions. They trail 6-5 to Longview. 4 wideouts. Man in motion to the near side. And now he'll set up on the left wing, and Granberry will roll to his left. Now he'll try to scramble, and he's taken down.
That's Billy Smith there.
Good pressure by the defense. Getting after him. Billy Smith, again, another high motor guy for the last 3 years, gets the sack, and coming out to punt, Zashawn Williams. Tyler will have to kick it away. Line of scrimmage will be the 35-yard line. High snap, ball gets off. Williams with a nice high punt, bounces at the 37, takes a Tyler roll, and it bounces off of a Tyler player and is down at the 34-yard line. That's going to be a 32-yard kick. And Longview will take over with 5:51 to play here in the first half. Longview leads at 6-5. They'll start at their own 29. I formation, 2 wide receivers to the left. Handoff to the tailback, Tatum. Tatum gets a block to the left side, breaks a tackle, gets to the 40-yard line, and he'll have a first down. They'll spot him out at the 39, but that's going to be good enough to move the chains. By the way, I just got a message from Jason Garrett, who works for CBS 19. He was covering the Chapel Hill Athens game. I think that was in Athens. And we're told that game's being rescheduled to 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon because of lightning.
Wow.
And hopefully that's way over to the west of us and we don't have to worry about it. At the 39-yard line, Longview 1st and 10. Tatum rolls out to his right. He's going to get to the 50, 40, runs over a defender and gets up and lets him know about it, and then gets shoved down. That may have been a little bit of a flop, a little WWE here. But the tackle was made by Tyler's number 12, Omarion Spencer Hood. Tatum trucks Hood, then gets up, and then Hood gets up and shoves him. And Tatum went down like he'd been run over by a truck, and you know it wasn't hit that hard, but I'll take it. It was no flag. Anyway, it's a gain all the way down to the 38-yard line. That's a 24-yard gain by Tatum. And now they'll hand it off up the middle. Washington across the 30 down to the 28-yard line.
Washington on the carry.
I tell you, this thing's got the earmarks of getting really chippy too, though.
Oh yeah,
a lot of pushing and shoving. You got to really be careful. Some of that stuff can come at the wrong time. You need to get control of your emotions.
2nd down and 1 now from the 29-yard line of Tyler. Longview has it. Tutt in the pistol this time. Has Washington lined up right behind him. Double wings. And now they'll send the tight end in motion, and the flag went down the minute that Zyreek moved toward his left. Tyreek Tennyson got flagged moving early. Oh, they called delay a game.
Disconcerting signal.
Oh, boy, I'm telling you what, I've never seen more of this call than I've seen this year. Somebody must have been clapping over on the other side or barking out signals, because they called disconcerting signals against Tyler, and that's going to be good for 5 yards and a first down. Man.
Gives Longview really good field position.
Moves it to the 24-yard line instead of it being against the Lobos. They've got a 1st and 10 now at the 24-yard line. Washington stays in the game. He's lined up on the right of Tutt, and now he'll take the handoff, goes up the middle, gets to the 19. Gain of 5 before he's brought down. 2nd down and 5. And you're right, Johnny, there's just a little bit of talking going on right now. Ooh, I think I saw a fist get thrown. Probably won't be the last one either. These two teams have been known to stop down a game for a while to exchange pleasantries for like 10 or 15 minutes at a time.
Yep.
Second down and 5, handoff. Taylor Tatum this time cuts it outside, breaks a tackle, gets inside to the 10, to the 5, and finally gets brought down by Zashawn Williams.
Picking up a first down for the Lobos.
15-yard gain by Tatum. And the Lobos first and goal at the 5-yard line. Longview starting to kind of take control of the line of scrimmage here on offense. Kelvin Washington stays in the game now at running back. And they'll hand it off to him. And he'll go right up the middle, and he'll fight to about the 2 before he is shoved back by 4 Tyler Lyons, including number 73, Tristan Taylor, the sophomore defensive lineman.
Kelvin Washington.
Also in, DeChristian Suing, the linebacker. They spotted at the 2. Second down and goal. 2:56 remaining in the first half. Longview 6, Tyler 5. In honor of the World Series, we got a baseball score. Now under center, Tutt. Washington, the lone back. Handoff in the backfield. Gets hit at the 2. Fights for yardage. Gets into the end zone. How? Touchdown, Longview. He got hit in the backfield and still managed to fight. And Kelvin Washington's not a big guy, but he got the score. He gets hit at the 3, keeps his feet moving, pushes, and then the Longview offensive linemen push him in for the score. Not exactly the tush push, but it was close.
It was pretty close.
Credit Cedric Mitchell for helping him get into the end zone. Now Monteveas will kick the extra point, and Longview goes up 13-5 with 2:30 to play here in the first half. You are listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Watch your money grow with Eastman Credit Union. Start earning more today with a 5.50% APY when you open an 11-month investment certificate. That's right. Get a 5.50% APY and an 11-month investment certificate available now for a limited time. To get started, just go to ecu.org/grow. Now is the time to earn and save, and signing up is quick and easy. But don't wait. Visit ecu.org/grow to earn more today. Eastman Credit Union.
At Christus Health, something very important drives us to keep pushing the boundaries of medicine and care with new technologies and programs. It's the reason we continue to expand into new communities each year, bringing more physicians, more services, and more care closer to more people. So what could be that important? You. Your health, your life, our purpose. Christus Health.
John Monteveas will kick it off after the Longview touchdown that gave him a 13-5 lead. Short kick, ball's live. Who's going to come up with it? Did the Lobos get on it, or did Tyler manage to recover it? Longview has the ball. They're jumping up and down. They got the ball.
Wow.
And the Jameis Morrow was the one who landed on that loose football. It was a sky kick, which I always hate until this happens, because this is the reason you do it. The ball landed, it died at the 25, it was live, and the coverage team got down there and got on the ball before Tyler's team could get on it. Jameis Morrow recovers the live ball on the kickoff.
That's an amazing thing there. It's like you hit a wedge shot or something. It backed up, and then Longview fell on it.
That's a huge play with 2:30 to go here, and the Lobos starting at the 25-yard line. Tatum right side. He's going to go into the end zone. Touchdown. 25 yards. Taylor Tatum exploded.
Taylor Tatum.
Wow.
In for a Lobo touchdown.
25-yard run right after the big turnover by Longview, and the Lobos now taking control of this football game. Completely turned around here in the last 3 minutes.
Yeah, it seemed like we just turned the switch on here.
Monteveus will try the extra point. It's up, and it's good. And with 2:21 to play in the first half now, Longview leads at 20-5 over Tyler. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Two great Longview traditions, Longview Lobo football and Hot Dog Express. Stop by Hot Dog Express this week for your favorite hot dogs and delicious fries, featuring all your favorites: the mustard dog, delicious chili cheese dogs, the famous Chicago dog, and Polish sausages. Hot Dog Express on Highway 80 now features an expanded drive-through lane. Good luck to the Longview Lobos this season. Let's make another state championship run with extra mustard.
When you're in need of collision repair, you need a shop that has a proven track record of being experienced, reliable, and friendly. McDaniel's Quality Body Works has stood the test of time in Longview for 89 years. From the early years of repairing Furies, Bel Airs, and Studebakers to today's complex Cobras, Stingrays, and Silverados, McDaniel's has been committed to your automotive collision repair needs since 1933. McDaniel's Quality Body Works in Longview, Kilgore, and Gilmer is the solution to your collision repair needs.
John Montevias will try the kickoff now after the Lobos score to make it 20-5. He'll put his foot in and boom it this time right out of the back of the end zone. And Tyler's going to take the ball at their own 25-yard line with 2:21 to play in the first half. Sudden turnaround by the Longview Lobos. They get a touchdown by Kelvin Washington with 2:30 to go. Point after is good, gives them a 13-5 lead on the ensuing kickoff. The ball is kicked high and short. It dies at the 25, and Jameis Morrow was able to jump on it for the kickoff team. Longview had the ball at the 25 on the very next play. Taylor Tatum just shot through for a 25-yard score. And Longview now leads at 20-5. Tyler with the ball, 1st and 10 at their own 25. High snap. Caden Granberry tries to throw it out in the right flat to McFall, and McFall is going to be chased out of bounds for a loss on the play out to around the 23-yard line.
Pass is complete to McFall.
And Jaden Simmons out there along with Buda Garrett to blow up that play. So it's going to be 2nd down and 11. Man in motion now, McFall coming to the left side. They'll hand it off up the middle. Big hole and a big run for 10 yards all the way out to the 36-yard line for Tyler, 1st down. Cooper was the running back.
Chase Smith.
And he took it right up the middle. Chase Smith was able to bring him down, but not before he got the 1st down.
He had a lot of running room on that play and turned it into a pretty big gain for them, and they really need something positive to happen to them.
Granberry back to throw, deep shot, right side, ball well overthrown, intended for McFall, covering back there Thomas Roll. And it's 2nd down and 10. Yeah, things have taken a wild turn in Longview's favor just in the last few seconds.
Yeah, a lot of mistakes have stacked up against them, and Longview's now got the 20-5 lead. So it's probably a pretty important possession here, which is going to be the last one of the half.
2nd down and 10 from the 36. Granberry tries the slant, this time thrown, intended for Keandre Powers, and he threw it behind him on what looked like just a seam route.
Pass intended for Powers.
Incomplete, and it's 3rd down and 10. Clock stops with 1:36 remaining in the first half. Ball game tonight brought to you by Longview Kilgore Cable, Story and Hoover Law Firm, Eastman Credit Union, McDaniel's Quality Body Works, Telco Plus Credit Union, Longview Orthopedics, Peters Automotive Group, Christus Medical Center, and Soapy's Car Wash. On 3rd down from the 36, Granberry back to throw. Pressure goes down. Longview defensive front is really getting after Caden Granberry back there to get him this time. Christopher Wilder again getting a lot of playing time.
With the sack for the Lobos.
Let's see if he got it. I believe, check that, 41. And that's going to be Isaiah Horton. Lobos playing a lot of guys on defense now.
The guys that really hadn't played much at all this year are making big plays in this one.
1:29 to go. Let's take a 30-second timeout as the timeout was taken by Longview. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Fish's RV knows a thing or two about how to go play in Texas. And we've been here long enough to know that this time of year, in this town, that means one thing. Lobos football is back. And Fish's RV's fired up to be back as a sponsor. We can't wait to watch the green, gold, and white get back to ball and take care of business. So, Lobos fans, help us bring the noise every game this fall. Because if we're going to go play, we might as well go all the way. Fish's RV in Longview at the intersection of Judson and George Ritchie, where memories begin.
1:29 left in the first half. Longview leads at 20-5. They called a timeout because they think they got time to get more on the board before halftime. So Sean Williams will be punting on 4th and 19 from the 27. He's back at his own 10. Puts his foot into it, a high, short kick. Bounces at the 40 and then takes a massive Tyler roll inside the 20 to the 19. Again, they get the benefit of the bounce. It's a 56-yard punt. And the Tyler punt game has been spectacular here in the first half.
But unusual.
Very. Yeah, they've gotten the punt because of the benefit of a nice roll here and there, but Longview's going to have the ball at their own 20-yard line with 1:17 left in the first half. They've got one timeout left and 80 yards to go to get points on the board. But you know how explosive they are, and they've got 2 or 3 players that can take it to the house from anywhere on the field. Tatum and Washington come immediately to mind.
Yeah.
Washington's going to get in the slot to the right side. Tatum's going to line up next to Tutt on the right. They'll throw a quick pass out to Washington, who gets a block by Harrison, and he'll get out of bounds at around the 30-yard line. A 10-yard gain should be a first down for Longview, and the clock stops with 1:12. Only 5 seconds coming off the clock on that play. You can do that all day long. They'll spot the ball at the Longview 32-yard line. Just got word of another game being moved to tomorrow because of lightning. Brownsboro-Rusk in Brownsboro had to be postponed till tomorrow because of lightning to the west of us. 1st and 10. Tutt goes back to throw, sets up a screen. Tatum gets a block. Now he'll cut up to the 40. He's got running room at the 50. Back to the middle. Couldn't keep his feet. Falls down at the 45-yard line in Tyler territory. 24-yard gain.
Well, that was really well done as he dumped it off, and then Tatum goes back to the middle of the field, and big pickup for Longview.
24 yards on that, and it's 1st and 10 for the Lobos at the 44 with 48 seconds to go. Tutt back to throw. Pressure coming. He'll fire right side. Nobody there. He's outside the tackle box, and nobody anywhere near. He just dumped it out into the stands. Stopping the clock with 42 seconds to go. I'm telling you, Taylor Tatum does not look like he's 100%. He has not played a lot, and you can tell just by looking at him, he's just feeling just a little bit gimpy, don't you think?
Yeah, I mean, he just walked over here. You can see.
Looks like either a hip
or something, yeah.
Either that or they're trying to put a lot of stuff on film for other defensive coaches to think about.
Really?
2nd down and 10 now. They'll come back with Tutt. Back to throw. Fires left side. It's caught by Washington. Down the sidelines. 30. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line. They'll mark him out at the 26. That's going to be a 19-yard gain.
I tell you, you don't want to let him get over on the sideline with a crack because he can turn it up the field, and he's got jets. He almost took that one to the house.
That gets him to the 26-yard line. 1st and 10, Longview with 34 seconds to go, and they still have that one timeout. They've stopped the clock. Done a great job of managing this clock and getting to the sideline with big yardage plays. Tatum's back in the game now at running back, lined up to the left of Tutt. 2 wideouts to the right And Tutt back to throw. Pressure comes up the middle. He's got a fire on the run. It's almost intercepted. Out there was Mekhi Stewart, who cut in. He threw it out, and it almost ended up in the hands of Braylon Ford. Incomplete. Clock stops at 29 seconds to go, and the ball remains on the 26-yard line. Lobos want to get out of this with at least 3 going into the locker room, preferably 7.
I think they need a few more yards to really have a real good shot at a field goal.
And again, they still have the one timeout that they're trying to hang on to right now. 2 wide to the left, ball's on the left hash mark. This time they'll hand it off to Tatum. He breaks it outside, gets to the 20, fights to the 15. He's going to be called down at the 17. He's going to be shy of the first down marker by about a yard. That's with 22 seconds remaining. Now that timeout is called, I believe, by Longview. And it'll be interesting to see if they try to run a couple of plays and then try a field goal, or if they take shots to the end zone. Don't forget, at halftime, we'll be handing it off to Harlan the Sports Guy and Pigskin Bob, and they can give you the lightning report tonight on the Friday night scoreboard show, which you can hear on Kicks 105.7.
When you see this 3rd and short, you think that they may just try to run the ball, pick up the first down, and maybe spike the ball.
Good.
And then take a shot in the end zone with a pass. Let's see what they decide.
They'll have a first, check that. It'll be 3rd down and 1. At about the 17-yard line. Ball's on the far left hash mark. If they tried a field goal, Johnny, it looks like it would be probably 34 yards.
Yeah.
They'll come out in the I formation with a fullback. Washington's a tailback. They'll get the handoff to him. He gets a block. He's going to get outside to the 10. He runs out of bounds at the 8. He'll have the first down. And it'll be 1st and goal with 16 seconds to go. So you still got time to run a play or two, as long as you get out of bounds or you get up to the line of scrimmage to spike it. I know John King would much rather have the touchdown than to kick a field goal here. And he's got the players to get it into the end zone.
Yeah. They're going to take a shit. Kevin Washington's walking out limping.
That's not good. Tatum comes back into the ball game. It's going to be an empty backfield. They'll send 3 wide to the left side, and they've got a wing to the right. The H-back moved early. The flag went down. That's a 5-yard penalty. And John King, I'm sure, is expressing displeasure right now. Wow.
That's such a critical penalty at this point in the game.
Cedric Mitchell lined up at the H-back on the right side of the tackle, and he moved early. And that's happened several times to the tight end tonight. So now you figure 16.4 seconds to go. Again, no timeouts left. They've got to throw the ball. And so again, empty backfield, 3 wide to the left side. Tutt throws a ball in the left flat. Tackle made on Kalen Reese at the 11-yard line. Now you got to get up to the line of scrimmage and spike it. Hurry, 5 seconds, 4 seconds. They're not going to be able to do it.
No.
Clock's going to run out before they can get the ball off. And that is the end of the first half. And that is not what John King was hoping would happen. But good job by the Tyler defense to keep DK Reese in field where he couldn't get out of bounds and they couldn't stop the clock in time.
Yeah, that's the risk is that you maybe get a score on that with either or a pass that you get out of bounds. When neither of those happen, Now you wish you'd have kicked the field goal.
Yep. Well, it's halftime, and Tyler in a struggle tonight, but with a pretty commanding lead right now at 15 points. They lead at 20-5 here at halftime. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Longview Lobo High School football.
Brought to you by Peters Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Buick, and Longview.
Why hired the Lobo lawyers? Because if you've been seriously injured through no fault of your own, you don't have to fight the insurance company alone. We are your pack, and we will fight for you. When it's time to Lobo up and lawyer up, call Sorey and Hoover, the Lobo Lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. Board-certified personal injury trial lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. That's 903-CALLDAN. Sorey and Hoover, the Lobo Lawyers.
Happy Halloween! Here's an incredible deal worth screaming for. Cable Link's broadband 300 megs with unlimited data for less than $35 a month. The best price in town for this speed. Treat yourself with a 12-month price lock, no credit check, and no deposit required. Plus, you may qualify for the affordable connectivity plan for more savings. Visit cablelinks.com/connect. That's cablelinks.com/connect. Many factors affect speed. Offer expires without notice. Restrictions apply.
Soapy's Car Wash has been a proud sponsor of Longview Lobo football for over 20 years. Stay clean this football season with Soapy's Car Wash. The self-serve and automated bays in front of Sam's Club on Wall Street. And of course the drive-through wash on Highway 80. Save money with a monthly pass. And let's stay mean and clean all the way to the state championship. Soapy's is a place to be. Soapy's Car Wash. Just say the works.
Score big with an auto loan from Eastman Credit Union. From trucks to cars and SUVs, ECU is the winning choice for all your auto loan needs. So what makes ECU the best? You can get a great low rate, financing terms to fit your budget, and an extraordinary dividend year-end bonus. And best of all, you can apply completely online right now. Just visit ecu.org/auto and step up your game today. Eastman Credit Union.
Happy Halloween! Here's an incredible deal worth screaming for. Cable Link's broadband, 1 gig with unlimited data for $79.95 a month. The best deal in town. Treat yourself with a 12-month price lock, no credit check, and no deposit required. Plus, you may qualify for the affordable connectivity plan for more savings. Visit cablelinks.com/getgignow. That's cablelinks.com/getgignow. Many factors affect speed. Offer expires without notice. Restrictions apply.
It's official. Classic Toyota in Tyler has East Texas' best selection of pre-owned vehicles, so come see us today. Classic Toyota just expanded with 3 times the space, 3 times the pre-owned inventory, and 3 times the savings. Hurry, shop hundreds of quality pre-owned Toyotas, Hondas, Lexus, full-size trucks, and dozens of SUVs. Classic Toyota's got them all, and they're priced below market value. Plus, at Classic Toyota in Tyler, every pre-owned vehicle we sell is meticulously inspected with a 150-point quality inspection to assure the highest quality. And did you know that 60% of our pre-owned vehicles are vehicles we sold and serviced? So we've got the confidence to stand behind every single pre-owned we sell. So come see us today at Classic Toyota, where you'll find 3 times the space, 3 times the pre-owned inventory, and 3 times the savings on our largest selection of pre-owned Toyotas ever. Hey, check them all out, ClassicToyotaTyler.com. Then come see us today at Classic Toyota's pre-owned superstore on the South Loop in Tyler. See dealer for details.
Get big savings and big rewards during Pro-Vember at Lowe's. Right now, MVP's members earn 3 times the bonus points on DeWalt products and save $200 on a DeWalt sliding compound miter saw. Plus, earn 3 times the bonus points on Little Giant products and save $70 on a Little Giant multi-position 14-foot ladder. Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows pros. While supplies last, selection varies by location. Bonus points calculated before taxes and fees after applicable discounts, if any. Valid through 11/22.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Go all the way back to the beginning when God created football. Football!
Let's go! Welcome to the Eastman Credit Union Halftime Show, presented by 106.5 Jack FM.
Brian Houston and Johnny Vaughn back at Lobo Stadium, where the Longview Lobos on senior night have had, it's been a ragged first half, but the Lobos have a 20-3 lead, a 20-5 lead rather, at halftime. We'll recap the scoring in this first half. On Tyler's first possession after they held Lobos and turned the ball over on downs, Caden Granberry threw a 44-yard pass completion to Derek McFall. That set up a 38-yard field goal by Marvin Espinal. That capped a 69-yard drive. Tyler takes a 3-0 lead with 7:24 to go in the first quarter. And that's where it ended in the first quarter, 3-0. Moving to the second quarter, Longview starts at its own 25-yard line. Andrew Tutt throws a 73-yard pass to Kelvin Washington. Actually, probably about a 15-yard pass that Washington took down the sidelines the rest of the way for a touchdown to make it 6-3. But on the ensuing extra point try, the kick was blocked. Braylon Ford for Tyler picked it up and returned it all the way back about 75 yards for 2 points for Tyler. And the score was Longview 6, Tyler 5, with 7:48 to go in the first half. Later in the first half, Longview got a 24-yard run by Tatum, followed by another 15-yard run by Tatum. That set up a Washington 2-yard run. He was assisted by Cedric Mitchell as he got stood up at the 2. Mitchell just pulled him into the end zone for the score. The point after by Monteveus was good with 2:30 to go in the first half. Longview had a 13-5 lead. Then on the following kickoff, Longview kicks it high and short. The ball dies right at the 25-yard line, and Jameis Morrow on the cover team was able to get on it and recover it before Tyler could. And Longview has the ball at the Tyler 25-yard line. Taylor Tatum takes it on the very first play on offense and just explodes for 25 yards in the touchdown. The PAT good. Longview had a 20-5 lead with 2:21 to go in the first half. Longview forced Tyler to punt. They got the ball back with 1:17 to go, 80 yards away. They got a 24-yard screen pass to Taylor Tatum and then a 19-yard reception to Kelvin Washington. But they got down inside the 10-yard line. They threw a pass out in the left flat to D.K. Reese. He couldn't get out of bounds. Clock ran out before they could get the field goal team on the field. And so at halftime, Longview has a 20-5 lead, but it was a pretty rough ball game for the Lobos. It was not a crisp game offensively by any stretch.
No, they've made quite a few mistakes and things that they don't normally do. They've been doing tonight. I mean, some of it I think is just the fact that we're going towards the next to the last game, in the regular season, and people. Maybe they get tired. I don't know. But this has not been the typical Longview team we've seen this year.
They're trying a lot of stuff we have not seen a lot of this year. We've seen a lot more of Tatum lining up as a wide receiver in the slot. We've seen a lot more of a rotation of backs between him and Kelvin Washington. So there's just been a lot of different formations. I honestly, I know John King wants to win this football game, obviously, and he respects the Lions, but he's putting a lot of stuff out there for people to think about, too.
Well, and to that point, we've got a lot of guys that have been playing on defense that haven't played probably very few, if any, plays all year now.
And yet they're playing well.
They're doing, I'm not saying they're not playing okay, but
we just haven't seen it.
No, and it's so it's just been an odd first half. Let's
really
put it
has.
that way.
and yet Longview has managed to take control there in the last 5 minutes of the first half, and they have a 20-5 lead. The one thing I know John King is probably mad about right now is not getting points down there inside the 5-yard line when they had a chance with no timeouts left.
And he won't be happy with the penalty situation either. We've made some penalties where we move on the line of scrimmage or make mistakes that we shouldn't be making those at this point. So he won't be happy about that. Having said, we're still leading 20-5.
Right. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I know John King's got some adjustments to make. I want to see if he comes out and kind of goes back to Longview football and they start lining up in the eye and just pounding the football here in the second half.
And if you really think about it, this the way this has kind of unfolded, we haven't seen it like this this year. And some of the things that we're doing on offense, we haven't seen. Some of the players we haven't seen, defensive players. So maybe it's kind of like an experiment for the playoffs.
Just an interesting thing, though. So, all right, we're going to take a timeout. We're going to turn it over to Harlan, the sports guy, and Pigskin Bob so they can preview the Friday night scoreboard show. You are listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Here we go. Lobo Nation is on 106.5 Jack FM. This is the halftime report.
Score big with an auto loan from Eastman Credit Union. From trucks to cars and SUVs, ECU is the winning choice for all your auto loan needs. So what makes ECU the best? You can get a great low rate, financing terms to fit your budget, and an extraordinary dividend year-end bonus. And best of all, you can apply completely online right now. Just visit ecu.org/auto and step up your game today. Eastman Credit Union.
Peters Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat in Longview has the largest new Jeep selection in East Texas, like the Jeep Wrangler 4xe with fuel economy of 49 miles per gallon and 375 horsepower. Right now, come and get behind the wheel of a new Jeep Wrangler for $1,500 off MSRP. And shop new Wrangler, Gladiator, and the Jeep Grand Cherokee during the Jeep Adventure Days event. And check out the only exclusive Jeep showroom in East Texas at Peters Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat. Online at peterschryslerjeep.net.
It's Cybersecurity Awareness Month. You may be aware that online crime is a huge threat. But did you know this problem could be a great career opportunity for you? Cybersecurity experts are in high demand and well paid. You can position yourself for this specialty in months, not years, at My Computer Career, even with no prior IT experience. Learn how you can train for this rewarding career at mycomputercareer.edu. That's mycomputercareer.edu.
Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including the GI Bill.
The Chase Ink Business Premier Card is made for people who make things happen, like me. I'm Sam, founder and CEO of Manifest, a product design company that makes everyday products designed smarter. I get 2.5% cash back on purchases of $5,000 or more, plus unlimited 2% cash back on all other purchases, which helps us make more smart ideas into a brilliant reality.
The Ink Business Premier Card. Learn more at chase.com/business premier. Chase for business. Make more of what's yours. Real business owner compensated for their participation. Account subject to credit approval. Restrictions on limitations apply. Cards are issued by JPMorgan Chase Bank. Any member FDIC.
When you're in need of collision repair, you need a shop that has a proven track record of being experienced, reliable, and friendly. McDaniel's Quality Body Works has stood the test of time in Longview for 89 years. From the early years of repairing Furies, Bel Airs, and Studebakers to today's complex Cobras, Stingrays, and Silverados, McDaniel's has been committed to your automotive collision repair needs since 1933. McDaniel's Quality Body Works in Longview, Kilgore, and Gilmer is the solution to your collision repair needs.
Fish's RV knows a thing or two about how to go play in Texas. And we've been here long enough to know that this time of year, in this town, that means one thing. Lobos football is back. And Bish's RV's fired up to be back as a sponsor. We can't wait to watch the green, gold, and white get back to ball and take care of business. So, Lobos fans, help us bring the noise every game this fall. Because if we're going to go play, we might as well go all the way. Bish's RV in Longview, at the intersection of Judson and George Ritchie, where memories begin.
Two great Longview traditions, Longview Lobo Football and Hot Dog Express. Stop by Hot Dog Express this week for your favorite hot dogs and delicious fries, featuring all your favorites, the mustard dog, delicious chili cheese dogs, the famous Chicago dog, and Polish sausages. Hot Dog Express on Highway 80 now features an expanded drive-through lane. Good luck to the Longview Lobos this season. Let's make another state championship run with extra mustard.
Why hire the Lobo lawyers? Because if you've been seriously injured through no fault of your own, you don't have to fight the insurance company alone. We are your pack, and we will fight for you. When it's time to Lobo up and lawyer up, call Story and Hoover, the Lobo lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. Board-certified personal injury trial lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. That's 903-CALLDAN. Story and Hoover, the Lobo lawyers.
Lobo Nation is on 106.5 Jack FM. This is the halftime report.
Well, good evening, Longview Lobo Nation. Harlan, the sports guy, and Pigskin Bob on the Eastman Credit Union halftime show. And we're over on KYKX 1057 and 1041 The Ranch tonight, keeping up with all the other games tonight besides the 100th meeting between Tyler and Longview. And we got district titles being decided across East Texas, teams being eliminated, teams punching their tickets. We're going to be covering it all the way up till midnight. So join us over on Kicks and the Ranch. And Bob, some of the games that you're most excited about.
You know, Legacy has turned into be a pretty good football team this year.
3 out of 4 wins, man. So you got to tip your hat.
Hosting North Forney tonight. Go Legacy.
Yep.
All right, I'm going to go on the record. I'm pro Legacy in this football game, and I'm pro West Mesquite. They're taking on Lufkin in Lufkin tonight. You got Mount Pleasant at Pine Tree. Marshall at Nacogdoches. Texas High at White House might be an interesting matchup.
Well, probably for the district title. Both teams undefeated in district play, and both teams playing really well also.
Okay, now you've been talking about this all week. Chapel Hill at Athens. You think that's going to be one heck of a football game?
Well, I think Chapel Hill is kind of on the rebound from their loss 2 weeks ago. But Athens, the point I think I was making was it almost doesn't matter what happens tonight because win or lose, they're going to have to beat Palestine next week. So I wonder if there's a little letdown from the Hornets. Because it almost doesn't matter. It doesn't change seeding. You're going to have to beat Palestine to get in.
Well, Palestine is in Henderson tonight.
Right. That's why, because you figure they're going to win tonight.
You would figure they would, but I'm sure there's some Henderson folks think they're going to be a spoiler.
They're looking ahead to basketball season and next year.
You got Jacksonville at Lindale. We're following it. Spring Hill is in the playoffs.
That's
Now
right.
they're hosting Gilmer tonight.
Who would have thought Spring Hill goes into that game with a better record than the Buckeyes?
That is crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
You got Liberty Ilo at Pittsburgh, Rusk at Brownsboro, Center and Bullard. Should be an interesting matchup.
A fantastic game, jockeying for playoff. Bullard needs to find a way to get one more win to get in, and I don't know if they're going to get it tonight.
Now, you tell me, is this the game of the night? Van at Carthage.
A lot of people think it is because it's might be the last test for a few weeks for Carthage, and Van's playing really good. Senior quarterback, coach's son, and Jet Surratt is lighting up the scoreboard for Carthage, of course, but he's young. It's going
to be interesting.
Could be an upset. Could be an upset.
Could.
Yeah, well.
Probably not, but could.
Right.
All right, you got Bonham at Winsboro. Does Winsboro continue going undefeated? And are they that good?
They could name their score tonight.
We'll let you know about that. You got Gladewater at Atlanta, Sabine at White Oak, and Tatum plays Jefferson tonight in the home of the Pigskin.
There you go. The home of champion. It's Jefferson hosting Tatum, and that's for the gold football and the 1 seed right there.
Yeah, and don't overlook Tatum, Jefferson.
Right, early on, Tatum kind of struggled out of the gate, but they've got it all. They've got all the cylinders clicking.
If you
now.
Go to sleep on them, you lose.
That's right.
You got Edgewood at ARP tonight, Quitman at West Rusk, Troop at Winona. Troop's trying to bounce back after their first loss of the season.
Tough one by 4 points to West Rusk.
Dangerfield is traveling to Wascom. New Diana at Elysian Fields. Hugh Springs and Queen City are playing this evening. I understand you've contacted the UIL regarding that game.
I did, and they said, Harlan, yes, someone has to win that game. They're going to have to play until there's a winner. And I'm like, oh, okay, we wanted to make sure, but someone's going to win.
Will Harleton give Beckville?
And I can tell you who it's not, just not on the air. Listen to our show, and I'll tell you who's not going to win that game.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right. Harleton, do they have a chance to win? They host Beckville tonight.
Absolutely they do. And Harleton, kind of under everybody's radar, not in the Beast Texas top 15, not state ranked. Harleton's under the radar.
Are they sneaky?
You best show up when you're playing them Harleton boys.
Okay, does the Ore City Frankston game mean a lot?
No,
as far as seeding in that district.
It's just for seeding. They're both in the playoffs, and I think there's almost no chance Ore City won't be the 4 seed.
You got West Sabine at your hometown of Joaquin, Timpson's at Shelbyville, Overton trying to stay undefeated, hosting Carlisle tonight.
Carlisle, they lost Rocky Baker and, of course, Clay Baker, the Baker boys. But Scotty Lamant's doing an incredible job at Overton. You got to favor the Mustangs tonight.
I mean, it's been a quick turnaround, too. A couple of years.
Yes, that's right.
They went from famine to feast. And finally, everybody's favorite 6-man team, Leverage Chapel. They have Chester at home tonight, and we'll be giving you the scores and updates.
Go Lions. Harlan and Bob will be on the Friday Night Scoreboard Show after this Lobo victory. Tune over to 104.1 The Ranch or KYKX 105.7 and join us. We'll catch you up on all the scores around East Texas. This is your Eastman Credit Union halftime show with Harlan the Sports Guy Pigskin Bob on your home for Longview Lobo football, 106.5 Jack FM.
Here we go. Lobo Nation is on 106.5 Jack FM. This is the halftime report.
Watch your money grow with Eastman Credit Union. Start earning more today with a 5.50% APY when you open an 11-month investment certificate. That's right. Get a 5.50% APY and an 11-month investment certificate available now for a limited time. To get started, just go to ecu.org/grow. Now is the time to earn and save, and signing up is quick and easy. But don't wait. Visit ecu.org/grow to earn more today. Eastman Credit Union.
Peters Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat in Longview has the largest new Jeep selection in East Texas, like the Jeep Wrangler 4xe with fuel economy of 49 miles per gallon and 375 horsepower. Right now, come and get behind the wheel of a new Jeep Wrangler for $1,500 off MSRP. And shop new Wrangler Gladiator and the Jeep Grand Cherokee during the Jeep Adventure Days event. And check out the only exclusive Jeep showroom in East Texas at Peters Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat. Online at peterschryslerjeep.net.
Happy Halloween! Here's an incredible deal worth screaming for. Cable Link's broadband 300 megs with unlimited data for less than $35 a month. The best price in town for this speed. Treat yourself with a 12-month price lock, no credit check, and no deposit required. Plus, you may qualify for the affordable connectivity plan for more savings. Visit cablelinks.com/connect. That's cablelinks.com/connect. Many factors affect speed. Offer expires without notice. Restrictions apply.
Soapy's Car Wash has been a proud sponsor of Longview Lobo football for over 20 years. Stay clean this football season with Soapy's Car Wash. The self-serve and automated bays in front of Sam's Club on Wall Street, and of course the drive-through wash on Highway 80. Save money with a monthly pass, and let's stay mean and clean all the way to the state championship. Soapy's is a place to be. Soapy's Car Wash. Just say the works.
How did hiring the right person become so difficult? Well, it doesn't have to be. Alpha Digital already has targeted databases built to very qualified candidates that are just looking for the right opportunity. That allows you to target exactly who you're trying to reach with a budget that is customized just for you. Learn about all the possibilities by going to alphamediadigital.com today. Find your next star employee with alphamediadigital.com.
Why hire the Lobo lawyers? Because if you've been seriously injured through no fault of your own, you don't have to fight the insurance company alone. We are your pack, and we will fight for you. When it's time to Lobo up and lawyer up, call Sorey and Hoover, the Lobo lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. Board-certified personal injury trial lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. That's 903-CALLDAN. Sorey and Hoover, the Lobo lawyers.
Passing the competition by leaps and bounds. The team of world-class specialists at Christus Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute are experts in caring for bones, joints, and muscles. In addition to treatment, they also provide special programs designed to keep you in optimal shape and improve athletic performance. So whether you're a student athlete or a weekend warrior, they'll keep you at the top of your game. Christus Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute, taking orthopedic care a step further.
When you're in need of collision repair, you need a shop that has a proven track record of being experienced, reliable, and friendly. McDaniel's Quality Body Works has stood the test of time in Longview for 89 years. From the early years of repairing Furies, Bel Airs, and Studebakers to today's complex Cobras, Stingrays, and Silverados, McDaniel's has been committed to your automotive collision repair needs since 1933. McDaniel's Quality Body Works in Longview, Kilgore, and Gilmer is the solution to your collision repair needs.
Now available for rent. Brand new 3-bedroom duplex homes from custom home builder Trent Williams. Built with quality in mind. 1,550 square feet.
Nancy Wright Properties.
The Ridge on Roans Quarter in White House. 3-bed, 2-bath, 2-car garages. Oversized backyards. Individual alarm systems. Stainless steel appliances. Private gated entrance. And on-site dog park with dog park amenities.
Nancy Wright Properties.
Rent starts at $19.95 per month for these 3-bed, 2-bath, 2-car garage duplex homes. Yard care included.
Nancy Wright Properties.
The Ridge on Roans Quarter at 17346 Roans Quarter Road in White House. Leasing hotline 903-258-5767. 258-5767. 258-5767. That's NWP. Nancy Wright Properties in Tyler.
Nancy Wright Properties.
Here we go. Lobo Nation is on 106.5 Jack FM. This is the Halftime Report.
Back here at Lobo Stadium, it's halftime, senior night, and the Longview Lobos lead 20-5 over the Tyler Lions. Other scores from around the area tonight: North Forney leads Tyler Legacy in the third quarter 34-10. Lufkin has a 21-6 lead over West Mesquite at halftime. Also at the half, Pine Tree 20-7 over Mount Pleasant. Marshall leads Nacogdoches 35-20 at halftime. And in a huge ball game down in White House, Texarkana leads White House 17-7 at the half. We've had some games postponed and rescheduled because of lightning over to the far west of us. That includes Maybank and Nevada Community. That's postponed. Chapel Hill Athens rescheduled to 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. At halftime, Palestine leads Henderson 14-0. At halftime, Lindale all over Jacksonville 35-7. And in the fourth quarter, Wills Point leads Quinlan Ford 39-29. In the third quarter, Gilmer has a 38-7 lead over Spring Hill. At halftime, Liberty Ilo leads Pittsburgh 21-14. Another game that had to be rescheduled to tomorrow is Rusk at Brownsboro because of the weather. Halftime, Center leads Bullard 33-14. Carthage has a 14-7 lead over Van at the half. Other games around East Texas: Gladewater over Athens 14-7 in the third quarter. Sabine leads White Oak 35-12 at halftime. Tatum and Jefferson are tied at the half. Palestine Westwood beat Crockett 48-22. Dangerfield's up on Wascom 21-6 in the third quarter. At halftime, New Diana leads Elysian Fields 8-7. Queen City over Hughes Springs in the third quarter 20-6. Continuing to look over at the scoreboard, West Rusk has a 28-0 lead over Equipment at halftime. Troop over Winona 49-7 at the half. We're going to take a timeout. We'll come back and we'll continue the halftime, brought to you tonight by Eastman Credit Union. You are listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Here we go. Lobo Nation is on 106.5 Jack FM. This is the Halftime Report.
Score big with an auto loan from Eastman Credit Union. From trucks to cars and SUVs, ECU is the winning choice for all your auto loan needs. So what makes ECU the best? You can get a great low rate, financing terms to fit your budget, and an extraordinary dividend year-end bonus. And best of all, you can apply completely online right now. Just visit ecu.org/auto and step up your game today. Eastman Credit Union.
Peters Ram in Longview is the #1 Ram truck dealer in East Texas. Don't miss the biggest deal in Texas. The Ram Half-Ton Lone Star. 0% for 72 months or get $9,000 off. Ram heavy-duty trucks. The largest selection this year. And Ram commercial and fleet units are in stock and ready to go to work. The largest selection of new Ram vehicles at Peters Ram during the Ram Power Days. Online at peterschryslerjeep.net.
Time to get it on. Why hire the Lobo lawyers? Because if you've been seriously injured through no fault of your own, you don't have to fight the insurance company alone. We are your pack, and we will fight for you. When it's time to Lobo up and lawyer up, call Story and Hoover, the Lobo Lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. Board-certified personal injury trial lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. That's 903-CALLDAN. Story and Hoover, the Lobo Lawyers.
Happy Halloween! Here's an incredible deal worth screaming for. Cable Links Broadband, 1 gig with unlimited data for $79.95 a month. The best deal in town. Treat yourself with a 12-month price lock, no credit check, and no deposit required. Plus, you may qualify for the affordable connectivity plan for more savings. Visit cablelinks.com/getgignow. That's cablelinks.com/getgignow. Many factors affect speed. Offer expires without notice. Restrictions apply.
Two great Longview traditions, Longview Lobo Football and Hot Dog Express. Stop by Hot Dog Express this week for your favorite hot dogs and delicious fries, featuring all your favorites, the mustard dog, delicious chili cheese dogs, the famous Chicago dog, and Polish sausages. Hot Dog Express on Highway 80 now features an expanded drive-through lane. Good luck to the Longview Lobos this season. Let's make another state championship run with extra mustard.
Passing the competition by leaps and bounds. The team of world-class specialists at Christus Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute are experts in caring for bones, joints, and muscles. In addition to treatment, they also provide special programs designed to keep you in optimal shape and improve athletic performance. So whether you're a student athlete or a weekend warrior, they'll keep you at the top of your game. Christus Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute, taking orthopedic care a step further.
Bish's RV knows a thing or two about how to go play in Texas, and we've been here long enough to know that this time of year, in this town, that means one thing. Lobos football is back, and Bish's RV's fired up to be back as a sponsor. We can't wait to watch the green, gold, and white get back to ball and take care of business. So, Lobos fans, help us bring the noise every game this fall, because if we're gonna go play, we might as well go all the way. Bish's RV in Longview, at the intersection of Judson and George Ritchie, where memories begin.
When you're in need of collision repair, you need a shop that has a proven track record of being experienced, reliable, and friendly. McDaniel's Quality Body Works has stood the test of time in Longview for 89 years. From the early years of repairing Furies, Bel Airs, and Studebakers to today's complex Cobras, Stingrays, and Silverados, McDaniel's has been committed to your automotive collision repair needs since 1933. McDaniel's Quality Body Works in Longview, Kilgore, and Gilmer is the solution to your collision repair needs.
Lobo Nation is on 106.5 Jack FM. This is the Halftime Report.
Brian Houston along with Johnny Vaughn at Lobo Stadium, where halftime is continuing, and we're seeing the Big Green Machine put on its marching performance. Excellent as always. Johnny Vaughn with me right now. Lobos lead it by a score of 20-5. It's been a strange first half, Johnny.
Yeah, it really has. We've made our fair share of mistakes, and so has Tyler. I think that offensively we've done some things that we haven't done before. One is that our running game has not been as effective as it's been really all this season. I don't know exactly what it is. I mean, I guess you could say Tyler's maybe doing some things defensively. It sometimes it looks like Tatum is maybe favoring his hip or his knee. I don't know, but it's not the same look right now.
Things look a little out of sync. Yeah. I know they've been trying a lot more screen passes, a lot more things to get people out in space on the edge. Kelvin Washington, for instance, with a long gain. He's had a touchdown run and a touchdown reception on the short pass that went all the way for a score. Tatum's done the same thing. It's just been a little different. And then, of course, at the end of the half, Lobo's down there inside the 10-yard line with a chance to possibly get a field goal, but a pass was thrown inbounds. They couldn't get off the field. They had no timeouts left, and they couldn't get the clock stopped to try to kick that extra that field goal that might have given them another 3 points. It's just been a little bit ragged, but you got a 15-point lead, so it's hard to be complaining about it too much.
Yeah, but the truth of the matter is we're getting to the point that you're going to start into the playoffs, and then when you go into the playoffs, you can't afford to have kind of off nights, so to speak, and so I think this second half, I think we'll probably play better than we did the first half. I think they'll make some adjustments. One of the things that we've had quite a few players playing more than we've seen them play all all year. So, I understand exactly why they're doing it. They want people to get playing time because you may need them in the playoffs. But having said that, then sometimes it makes the things not go as smooth.
And that could be the issue, too. We have seen a lot of illegal procedure penalties, but it's been by some of the same people throughout the year. So that's one thing that's got to get cleaned up. Main thing is that they've got to start on defense. Their defense really cranked it up in the second quarter and started to stuff all the things that Tyler wants to do. We do have to remember that Tyler has been at its most dangerous when they've gotten down by these kind of scores, and that's where they came back from a huge deficit to make it a game against McKinney North. They did the same against Lancaster. So they're capable and they're explosive. So Longview's got to be wary of that and not give up big plays and then not let Tyler get back into the ball game. And in the other part of that, I just think that I would be surprised if John King doesn't come out in the second half and just start lining up and trying to run the ball down Tyler's throat like they've done basically with everybody else they've played this year.
Yeah, I think that'll happen, and I think the other thing that's probably going to happen is some of the guys that were getting a lot of playing time in the first half, you may not see as many of them getting in the game. We may just play with our starters here in the second half and leave them in there.
All right, we're going to take a 1-minute timeout. We'll come back for the start of the second half and the kickoff. Longview leads at 20-5 over Tyler. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Score big with an auto loan from Eastman Credit Union. From trucks to cars and SUVs, ECU is the winning choice for all your auto loan needs. So what makes ECU the best? You can get a great low rate, financing terms to fit your budget, and an extraordinary dividend year-end bonus. And best of all, you can apply completely online right now. Just visit ecu.org/auto and step up your game today. Eastman Credit Union.
This is football. This has been the Eastman Credit Union Halftime Show, presented by 106.5 Jack FM.
Peters Chevrolet has a new shipment that just arrived. Our largest selection of trucks and cars of the year, with Silverados, Silverado Heavy Duty, and the Silverado Diesel half-ton trucks with up to 29 miles per gallon. And don't miss fantastic deals, like 1.9% financing on Silverado and Silverado Heavy Duty. So check out the largest selection of new Chevrolets at Peters Chevrolet. Online at peterscars.net. Peters Chevrolet. Find new roads.
Longview Lobo High School football.
Brought to you by Peters Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Buick, and Longview.
Back at Lobo Stadium, Brian Houston along with Johnny Vaughn. Lobos lead at 20-5 over the Tyler Lions. If they win tonight, they wrap up the district championship. That would be district championship number 16 out of the 20 years that John King has been the head coach here. That's incredible, first of all. Secondly, that would almost certainly assure we get a first-round home game in the playoffs here at Lobo Stadium, which is nice considering we've only had 4 home games this year. So I know John King wants that as well. Main thing I know he wants to have a clean second half, take control of this ball game, and put an exclamation point on it to wrap it up.
There's no doubt that that he would like to see us clean up some of the things that went in the first half. Longview's going to have that opportunity right off the bat here to play defense, I guess, against Tyler as they're going to receive the kickoff, I think.
Yes, sir. Tyler won the toss to open the first half and deferred to the second, so they will get the ball to start the second half, and that means that they'll start with Joseph Young at center. The guards will be Michael Cooper and Adrian Crispin. The tackles, Cabron Edwards and Javian Harper. The wide receivers, Keandre Powers, Derek McFall, Davion Searles, and Marquette Martin. And the quarterback, Caden Granberry, along with a number of different running backs. We'll see Jamichael Cooper. We'll see Ashton Arriaga. So we'll be seeing different running backs throughout the evening. And on defense, Longview will put out there Billy Smith, Arian Harper, and Zarius Shepard. In the front line on the linebackers, Jamerson Behrensberg, Brendan Reese, Kason Brooks, and Chase Smith. And the corners, Javian Robertson and Jaden Simmons, Willie Nelson and Buda Garrett will be at the safeties. Lobos saying goodbye, the final regular season ball game for 33 seniors tonight. They basically have 8 senior defensive starters and probably the same amount of offensive starters. They've got 10 regular players on their offense that are seniors tonight that are going to be wrapping up 3-year careers. They've won 30 games and lost only 6. They went to the regional finals in their sophomore season. They went to the state semifinals last year. I don't know that you can find a group that's probably had more success over a 3-year period than this group of seniors has.
Well, and plus the number of them that have started all the way through. That's
3-year starters. You're right.
Starters.
John King was mentioning that in the pregame show, and it is pretty incredible that he's had a secondary where all the starters there were 3-year starters. John Monteveus is going to kick it off, going from our left to our right. It's a high, short kick taken at the 25 and brought out to the 33-yard line by Jamichael Cooper. And then he's stuffed right there. And so Tyler's going to start around their own 25-yard line. They trailed 20-5. And the drive will start with 11:53 to go here in the first half. Granberry will come out at quarterback. He's dangerous, and he's shown it. Very shifty. Derek McFall will line up in the running back position alongside him this time, as McFall has played everything since he's been at Tyler. Quarterback, wide receiver, running back, and he'll get the handoff, and he'll try the right side, and he gets nothing. Stuffed by that Longview defense, and getting up off the bottom of the pile, Zarius Shepard. So one thing that we've seen here in the second half, in the second quarter rather, was Longview taking control and dominating in the front. Yeah. Second down and a loss of 1 on the play, 2nd and 11. Wing left, 2 wide receivers in tight to the left. RPO to the right, caught at the 44-yard line, spinning to the 49, and a first down for the Tyler Lions, and that is Davian Searles, I think.
Pass is complete to Marquette.
Well, they're calling Marquette Martin, so I'm going to go along with what the announcers say.
Simmons with the stop.
Marquette Martin, and we have no idea. And it's 1st and 10 now at the 49-yard line. Tyler handing it off. This time Cooper, left side, gets down the sidelines, 40, 30, 20, and then runs out of bounds. Finally, a perfectly drawn up sweep. McFall was the ball carrier on a jet sweep, and I mean, it was blocked perfectly, and he went right down the sidelines to the 15-yard line.
You know, he showed his
gain of 37.
His great speed, too. That was just able to turn the corner and outrun a lot of the Lobos.
And he stays at running back. Play action, RPO, caught over the middle at the 3, fighting to get to the goal line, can't get in there, and that's going to be Marquette Martin again.
Pass is complete to Martin. Simmons
Martin making the grab. At the 1-yard line, it's 1st and goal. Tyler McFall takes the handoff. Cuts right, gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Tyler Lions.
Yeah, he's just too fast when he gets out in the open and turns the corner and takes it in for the score.
Interesting adjustment by Rashawn Woods, though, to take his wide receiver and move him to running back, where he scores from 2 yards out.
Espinal to attempt the point after.
And Espinal comes in. He'll try the extra point. The kick is up. Kick is good.
And it's good.
And it's Longview 20 and Tyler 12 with 10:27 to go in the third quarter. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Start checking at Telco Plus Credit Union to be a winner. Their checking accounts are awesome. Direct deposit is paid 2 days early. Bill pay is free. Overdraft or no overdraft options. And they set you up to win a free app, low balance alerts, and budget software. They have discounts for students and seniors. Open a checking account today with your hometown credit union, Telco Plus, to save and earn more. Federal insured by the NCUA. Checking approval and membership qualifications apply. Visit telcoplus.org for details and restrictions.
Peters in Longview is the #1 pre-owned center in the region with over 800 vehicles, from light and heavy-duty trucks and vans to a huge selection of SUVs, including Cadillac, Lexus, and BMW. Protect yourself from high gas prices with our great selection of economical cars and our pre-owned Bronco and Wrangler MPVs. And we have a large selection of pre-owned commercial and fleet vehicles, including flatbeds and box vans. All at Peters, the #1 pre-owned center in East Texas. Online at peterscars.com.
Martin Espinal kicks off. From our right to our left, it goes through the end zone, and it's a touchback for Longview. Lobos will get the ball at their own 25-yard line. They lead it 20-12 after Tyler drove 75 yards quickly. McFall with a 37-yard run, then he gets a 2-yard touchdown run. Point after's good, and they've cut Longview's lead to 8 with 10:27 to play here in the third quarter. Lobos come in with the I formation this time. Taylor Tatum at tailback. Tut runs into him. Taylor gets it up in the middle. 40, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown. Taylor Tatum. Well, so much for him hurting, I think.
Yeah. It showed his speed that time, and man, that's a crucial play when you're Tyler. You go down and score the first possession of the second half, and then the guy goes one play and goes 75 yards for a score.
Yeah, he was hurting all the way. He was limping 75 yards in about 4.3 seconds, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Wow, what an explosive run by Taylor Tatum, who takes it to the house on the first offensive play of the second half for the Longview Lobos. And so Monteveas comes in. What an answer by Longview after Tyler's score.
Yeah, I mean.
Point after's good. And Longview takes a 27-12 lead with 10-11 to play in the third quarter. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Peters Buick in Longview has the best selection in East Texas. Over 70 Buicks to choose from. Right now, get 1.9% financing at 36 months or 4.1% financing at 60 months on all Buick models. Check out the Buick Encore GX Avenir with an all-new look and up to 31 miles per gallon. The largest selection of new Buicks from the #1 Buick dealer in East Texas. Peters Buick. Online at peterscars.net.
Start checking at Telco Plus Credit Union to be a winner. Their checking accounts are awesome. Direct deposit is paid 2 days early. Bill pay is free. Overdraft or no overdraft options. And they set you up to win a free app, low balance alerts, and budget software. They have discounts for students and seniors. Open a checking account today with your hometown credit union, Telco Plus, to save and earn more. Federal insured by the NCUA. Checking approval and membership qualifications apply. Visit telcoplus.org for details and restrictions.
Longview takes only one play to answer Tyler's score. Taylor Tatum goes 75 yards for the touchdown, his second of the night, and it is 27-12. Longview on top. Monteveas kicks off, and the ball will bounce at the 1 and then go through the back of the end zone with 10-11 to play in the third quarter. Tyler will take over at their own 25-yard line. And again, now back to a 15-point ball game.
Well, if you're Tyler, you did the first possession of the half, you go down and you score, and you got a big lift, and then all of a sudden one play, and it's all taken away, and that's got to affect your mental attitude if you're Tyler High.
No doubt. So here comes Caden Granberry, And again, we'll see if McFall is lined up at running back. He sends him in motion out to the left flat. They try to set up a screen to the right. It's complete at the 25, gets blocking to the 30, and then run out of bounds. And so Granbury just set up a nice screen out there. The catch was made by number 19, Keandre Powers. And then it was finally bottled up. Billy Smith over there on the far sidelines along with Jaden Simmons. And it's second down after a gain of 6 out to the 31-yard line. Granbury hands off to McFall, sweeping right. McFall gets the first down, falling forward, and gets to the 38-yard line. So a gain of 7. And we talked about the McFall starting at wide receiver, and he's been at wide receiver most of the year, but tonight, in the second half, he came out starting at running back because pass protection has not been solid, and that's one of the few ways they've been able to get the ball in McFall's hands. So Rashawn Woods decided, hey, we'll put you in the backfield and we'll make sure you touch the ball. 1st and 10. Tyler, snap gets through Caden Granbury's legs, and it's recovered by Marquette Martin. Way back at around the 28-yard line. Gain a loss of 10 on the play. And so it's going to make it a second down and forever for the Tyler Lions. Second down and 21 on the 27. 4 wide this time. And a handoff to McFall, who's tripped up. Nice play by Javian Robertson. And a short gain only of about 1 or 2 yards. Sorry about that, Johnny.
Oh, Robertson he's back there at the safety position. He just came right up. He really made a nice tackle. They lose a little yardage.
And again, that's the most dangerous guy on the field for Tyler, Derek McFall. He's going to UCLA. So it's third down now and 20 from the 28-yard line. Tyler has the ball. 4 wide outs. Again, they'll send McFall flaring out to the right. They try to set up a middle screen, a broken tackle. Still going at the 30, 35, brought down at the 36. And it was received by Marquette Martin, who is down after getting twisted up on the play. And I believe that's going to be Isaiah Horton that brought him down, and I think he twisted his knee a little bit on the play. So he's going to come out of the game. He's still on the field right now on an injury timeout, and he's hurting. So we're going to take a timeout within 30 seconds. You are listening to Longview Lobo Football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Soapy's Car Wash has been a proud sponsor of Longview Lobo football for over 20 years. Stay clean this football season with Soapy's Car Wash. The self-serve and automated bays in front of Sam's Club on Wall Street, and of course the drive-through wash on Highway 80. Save money with a monthly pass, and let's stay mean and clean all the way to the state championship. Soapy's is a place to be. Soapy's Car Wash. Just say the works.
Marquette Martin hobbling off the field after his right leg got twisted on as he was being tackled on a screen pass. And Tyler with a 4th down and 11 at their own 37-yard line. They will have to send Sean Williams on to punt. He's had a great night punting the football. Statistically, hadn't looked good all the time, but boy, it's been effective. Pressure coming up the middle. They get the punt off, and it's low. Bounces at the 35. Again, takes that Tyler roll and dies at the 27-yard line. That's a 38-yard punt. And so the Lobos leading by a score of 27-12 with 7:19 to play here in the third quarter. And they will start this drive at their own 28-yard line. Taylor Tatum is in at tailback. He's got a fullback in front of him. Andrew Tutt, the quarterback. And they'll hand it off Tatum looks up the middle, nowhere to go. Now he cuts it outside, still nowhere to go. Good defensive pursuit by the Tyler Lions. And getting up off of the bottom of the pile will be, I believe that's Jace Stanford. And a loss on the play of 1 yard, so back to the 27. Second down and 11. Now they come out with two wide receivers to the left, blocking back to the right. They'll hand it off to Tatum again. He gets that block coming right and gets to about the 33-yard line where he is brought down. And it's going to be 3rd down and 5. Dews made the tackle along with Agent Keys. 6:13 to go in the third quarter. Play clock down to 16 as Tut gets the signal in from the sideline. Now they'll send two wide out to the left side. Wing right. Tut rolls to his left. Fires it out in the left half to Kelvin Washington. Complete. He'll get the first down and he'll run out of bounds inside the 50 at the Tyler 45-yard line. A 16-yard gain. Check that, a 27-yard gain and a first down.
Yeah, he was in the slot and just ran a little out route, and Tut flipped it out there to him, turned it into a pretty nice gain for Longview. A pretty simple play.
1st and 10, Longview. Ball on the left hash mark. They have the ball at the Tyler 45. 5:24 to go in the third quarter. Handoff, Taylor Tatum breaks it outside. Lateral pursuit, good by Tyler, and a tackle made by Zashawn Williams. Tyler's going to be one of the few teams that Longview will face this year that can match them with speed.
Yeah, it is amazing because that's a play right there. Most of the time, Tatum's able to get around it and turn up the field, but they've got the same kind of speed, and they did a good job of defending that.
This looks a lot more like the Tyler teams we've watched over the years.
Absolutely.
Extremely athletic. Very fast. 2nd down and 10 from the 45. Lobos in the eye this time. Tatum takes the handoff right up the middle. And again, short gain on the play. They're trying to run it up the middle against a 385-pound nose guard who doesn't tend to move very much. The scouting report says you're not going to move him. You may have to go around him, but he's not going to move side to side very well, but he'll definitely clog up the middle, and he did then. That's Trustin Mallard Foreman. 3rd down and 8 for the Lobos at the Tyler 43. Tut rolls to his left. Looks downfield, hit as he throws. It's complete on the far sideline. And down short of the first down by about 2 yards to D.K. Reese. So it's going to be 4th down and 2 in no man's land. They're giving 4th and 1. So you know John King and Longview are going to go for it here. Really not a decision to make as the ball's at the 36-yard line.
A pretty good chance we know who's going to get it, too.
You would think. Yep, he's lined up at tailback. 4th down and 1. Handoff, Tatum up the middle, follows a blocking back off the right side and gets that first down and gets down to the 32-yard line. 5 yards and a first down for the Lobos. 3:05 left in the third quarter. Longview leads at 27-12 over the Lions. And Houston to Johnny Vaughn on senior night at Lobo Stadium. 1st and 10, Longview, I formation. Ball gets away from Tut on the snap. He has to fall on it after a race. And that's one of ththose mistakes you can't afford to make. It was almost recovered by Julian Dews for the Lions, but that loses yardage back to the 36. It's just not been the sharpest night in the world for the Longview Lobos.
No.
So it's second down now and 14. They've got to get to the 22-yard line for the first down.
That almost looked like on the replay that he might have pulled out from under the center a little bit too quick, but he still had made a good play to recover it.
Too wide to the right, running back lined up on the right-hand side of touch, straight drop back, fires it deep downfield, man open, Kelvin Washington, he caught it! Touchdown Longview! Kelvin Washington, what a catch!
Post route had coverage, man coverage, and he beats the safety and then makes a nice catch. That's pretty impressive throw and catch.
That is the ultimate definition of a 50-50 ball, and Washington just went up and got it. And I mean, he got it with the defender, number 25, Braylon Ford, all over him. And he caught it with his hands and showed strong hands to bring it down. Montevea's kick for the point after is good. And the score now, Longview 33, Tyler 12, 149. Check that, 34, Tyler 12, 149 to go in the third quarter. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Now available for rent. Brand new 3-bedroom duplex homes from custom home builder Trent Williams. Built with quality in mind. 1,550 square feet.
Nancy Wright Properties.
The Ridge on Roans Quarter in White House. 3-bed, 2-bath, 2-car garages. Oversized backyards. Individual alarm systems. Stainless steel appliances. Private gated entrance and on-site dog park with dog park amenities.
Nancy Wright Properties.
Rent starts at $19.95 per month for these 3-bed, 2-bath, 2-car garage duplex homes. Yard care included.
Nancy Wright Properties.
The Ridge on Roans Quarter at 17346 Roans Quarter Road in White House. Leasing hotline 903-258-5767. 258-5767. 258-5767. That's NWP. Nancy Wright Properties in Tyler.
Nancy Wright Properties.
The Chapman family has owned motorcycle dealerships for over 50 years, and the reason for that longevity is simple. We do our best to take care of every customer and every employee that we have. So in a world full of self-serve, self-checkout, and bag your own stuff, know that when you walk into Lone Star Harley-Davidson, we're glad that you're here, and we want to take care of you. That's the Chapman difference. Lone Star Harley-Davidson on the Loop in Tyler, LoneStarHarley.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Get big savings and big rewards now during Provember at Lowe's. Right now, save $80 on a DeWalt 20-volt 2-tool combo kit and earn 3 times the bonus points. Redeem those points for offers like NFL tickets to regular season games, a Super Bowl 58 experience for 2, and more rewards. Because Lowe's knows savings, Lowe's knows pros. While supplies last, selection varies by location. Bonus points calculated before taxes and fees after applicable discounts, if any. Valid through 11/22, subject to change.
I'm Ebony Loren, and Febrez's new scent, Soothe and Restore, is so good I wrote a song about it.
I know just what I do. Febreze has my favorite scent. Makes the perfect environment. Sweet like sugar, smooth shea butter. What could be better than being with each other now? Breathe happy, Febreze. La 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 la.
Winter is here, and it's as stubborn as that one uncle who refuses to leave the family gatherings. But don't worry, because Stonebridge Heating and Air Conditioning have you covered. Their heating technicians are like the superheroes of warmth. They'll swoop in and save you from Jack Frost's icy grip faster than you can say hot cocoa. With their heating system, your home will be warmer than a kitten in a cashmere blanket. Say goodbye to the winter blues and say hello to the winter ahs. But wait, there's more. Their team is so friendly, they'll make you forget it's cold outside. They're practically Santa's little helpers all year round. So this winter, don't let the cold cramp your style. Visit StonebridgeAC.com or give them a call at 903-321-4847 and let them turn your home into a toasty place to be. Stonebridge Heating and Air Conditioning, where winter meets its match and you meet your comfort. Again, they're online at StonebridgeAC.com or call 903-321-4847.
Attention area pest control technicians. Would you like to earn $20 to $25 an hour? Lane Pest Control in Tyler is growing. We need additional pest control technicians as we approach our busy season.
Lane Pest Control.
Including salary, commissions, and bonuses, our technicians earn $20 to $25 an hour. In addition, our full-time technicians are provided a company vehicle, uniforms, benefits after 60 days, paid vacation after 1 year, 5-day work week with 1 Saturday per month.
Lane Pest Control in Tyler.
Plus, we do the scheduling of your customers for you. Prior pest control experience is preferred but not required. We have a solid training program. Good driving record, drug screen, and background check required. Apply in person, equal opportunity employer.
Lane Pest Control.
We service a big area, from Tyler to Kilgore to Henderson to Jacksonville to Palestine to Athens to Quitman.
Lane Pest Control in Tyler.
There's never any FOMO with the iHeartRadio app. You won't ever have to miss out on your favorite shows and contests with this radio station again. Radio 24/7, 365. We're here when you want us. Stay connected and listen anywhere when you download the free iHeartRadio app.
Some days I cover up because of my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis. Now I'm hitting the road with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. With Skyrizi, 3 out of 4 people achieved 90% clearer skin at 4 months. And Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Ask your doctor today about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist prescribed biologic in psoriasis, and visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZZI to learn more.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
This story is called The Ugly Truth About Timeshare. If you think you've done your family a favor by buying a timeshare, you need my help. Hello, I'm Chuck McDowell, CEO and founder of Wesley Financial Group. 10 years ago, I started helping folks cancel their timeshare, and in the process started what's now called the timeshare cancellation industry. Timeshare is the only thing that you can buy that you can't tell me how much it's going to cost or when it's going to end. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check to fill out any amount they want for annual maintenance and assessment fees. The crazy thing is, this never ends. Even when you die, your family's now going to be stuck with this burden. Stop the insanity today. Call my office now. If we take you as a client, I guarantee we'll cancel your timeshare or you'll pay nothing.
Call for your free information kit. 800-497-9090. That's 800-497-9090. 800-497-9090.
Discover, this is Danny.
Hi, it's Jen Coolidge. I just want to thank you for making me feel so special. I earned cash back on debit for my dinner party groceries.
That's great. But with Discover Cashback Debit, we give everyone cash back on everyday purchases. Anything else I can help you with?
Are you hungry? 'Cause everyone left after the asparagus sorbet.
Introducing Discover Cashback Debit, a checking account with cash back. It pays to Discover. Eligibility and terms at discover.com/cashbackdebit. Discover Bank, member FDIC.
Want to know how to get the same cell coverage for up to half the cost? Well, instead of spending a fortune building and maintaining their own cell phone towers, Consumer Cellular just pays to use the same towers as the largest carriers and passes the savings on to you. Pretty smart, huh? Consumer Cellular. When freedom calls, we're here to answer. Call us at 1-888-FREEDOM.
Half the cost savings based on cost of Consumer Cellular single-line 5GB data plan with unlimited talk and text compared to lowest cost single-line postpaid unlimited talk, text, and data plan offered by T-Mobile and Verizon.
Okay, Brian, I got you. Are you ready? Here we go in 4, 3, 2, and 1.
All right, 10:07 to go. We've had some technical difficulties. We're sorry about that. Now we're back on the air. We had an interception by Buda Garrett for Longview. And that set up a Longview drive that is going on right now. It is inside the 30 at about the 28-yard line. It's 34-12, Longview on top. And the Lobos with the I formation. They have Kelvin Washington in at tailback. And he'll get the handoff. Coming left, he gets dropped, and the ball comes out. It's a fumble, and there's a fight to get it. And now it's picked up, and finally somebody makes the tackle on the Tyler defender who recovered the ball. That was number 13, DeChristian, suing on the fumble recovery. And then he was brought down. Let's see, the ball was just stripped out of Kelvin Washington's hands. And then there was a race for the loose ball. Suing picked it up. And then he was finally tackled on the play by Mason Washington. And so a fumble by the Longview Lobos turns the ball over. And they will take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line with 9:31 to play in the third quarter. More mistakes by the Longview Lobos, marring what has been a pretty dominant performance otherwise. Play action, Granberry drops back to throw. Deep ball right side, it's caught. It's intercepted by Willie Nelson at the 15-yard line. So just like that, the Lobos giveth and the Lobos taketh away.
Two straight interceptions. Buda Garrett the previous possession, and now Willie Nelson on this one.
So the fumble hurt Longview for about 2 seconds, and then Granberry threw the deep ball, and he overthrew his receiver, and Willie Nelson was the man that was open and caught the ball. It was like it was intended for him. And so Longview will have the ball now at their own 18-yard line. 9:23 to play in the third quarter. Really ragged football game. It's in the fourth, I should say. It's the fourth quarter now. We have lost a little bit of time since with all the technical issues, but it's in the fourth quarter with 9:23 left. Two outs to the left side. In the gun, Tutt will hand off. Right up the middle, tough run. We'll get to around the 24-yard line. That's Mason Washington. Taylor Tatum walks back in. So they've split those carries pretty evenly between Kelvin Washington, Taylor Tatum, and then Mason Washington also getting a few carries as well. I don't know where Buster Mumphrey is tonight.
I don't know. He wasn't there in the pregame.
I don't see him dressed. I don't see anybody on the sidelines with a number 4. Handoff, left side, Tatum will get to around the 28-yard line. Gain of 5.
First down.
And it's a first down to the 28. 8:32 to go in the game. Longview up 34-12. A win gives them the District 7-5A Division I title tonight. And John King will have a lot of teaching opportunities with the video after this game.
That also means that we'll be playing the first round of the playoffs right here in Lobo Stadium.
And that's good, too. Handoff up the middle. Tatum breaks out to the left guard, and then he will take over and get to around the 34-yard line where he's tackled. And up he gets. And a helmet came off. Derensburg lost his helmet, so he's got to come out of the game. And that stopped the clock at 7:54. And Longview, one thing I do see happening, it looks like Longview's starting to wear Tyler down just a little bit. You see them kind of grabbing their hips and they're bending over some. They're catching air. Defense has been on the field a lot in the third quarter. Play action, Andrew Tutt on 2nd down and 5. Deep ball over the middle. Throws it up, overthrown, a double-covered receiver. And no chance for Ethan Harrison to catch that one. It was just overthrown. Probably not wise to throw it into that kind of coverage either, but he did, and he was double covered.
Double covered, and the third guy not too far away.
3rd down and 5. 7:33 to go in the game. Longview up 34-12. They'll win their 8th in a row tonight if they can hang on and put this thing away. They'll send 3 wide to the right side on 3rd down in the gun. Hand off, Taylor Tatum. Block to the right, sweep, 40, 45, got the first down. 18-yard gain by Taylor Tatum.
Picks up another first down for the Lobos.
Well over 100 yards tonight. By the way, he only needed 1 touchdown to tie the all-time leading rushing touchdown record. And he's got 1 touchdown rushing tonight. And now they'll hand it off up the middle. Mason Washington. Washington bursts for a big gain to about the 47-yard line in Tyler territory. Pickup of 8, 2nd down along 2. And this is what John King wants to do now, is just line up, run it, run the clock out, get out of here. It's going to be an interesting interview after the game tonight if he comes up here. If he comes up here. They'll send 3 wide to the left side on 2nd down and 2. Lobos in Tyler territory. Handoff, Kelvin Washington. Right side, he'll get the first down and get shoved back. Forward progress gets him to the 45.
Mason Washington picks up the first down.
I'm sorry, Mason Washington, not Kelvin Washington. And the clock continues to run at 6:02 to go in the game. Tell you what, this Tyler team is going to be something to deal with in the next couple of years, because they're going to have a lot of guys coming back on this team, playing a lot of juniors and sophomores, and they're all very athletic.
Well, and this team clearly has upgraded themselves this season. You know,
no doubt.
They've been down for a few years, but they look good tonight.
Mason Washington takes a handoff, spins, tries to break a tackle, can't do it. Finally run out of bounds by Zashawn Williams. And got no gain on the play. 2nd down and 10, 5:19 to play. Longview at the Tyler 45-yard line. Next week, Longview is at West Mesquite for the final regular season game of the year. We believe that's going to be a 7 o'clock kickoff, and that would be a 6:30 Coach John King show on 106.5 Jack FM. We have movement in the line. Tyler pointing at Longview. We'll see if this is another illegal procedure penalty. Yep, another false start. That's on their offensive lineman, Cameron Murray. And that'll be 5 yards. Murray, one of the seniors, making his final regular season appearance in the stadium, but it looks like they will be playing one more game here, at least a playoff game. So it'll be second down and 15, the ball at the 50-yard line. Lobos with a wing right, handoff up the middle. Taylor Tatum bulls his way to the 45 for a gain of 5. Tough running between those tackles.
Taylor Tatum.
And it's going to be third down and 10 now.
Sellers with the stop.
The 4-minute mark we're fixing to hit.
There you go.
Longview might could run this clock out.
That's what we're hoping to do. I'm sure they'd love to not let Tyler touch the ball again tonight.
Yeah, to do that, I would think they're going to have to throw on this down, though. It's third and 10.
They're taking a long time. Looks like they're going to take a timeout. They're going to let this clock run down until the play clock runs out and then call the timeout. It's going to be timeout Longview with 34-12. Longview leading over Tyler with 3:33 to go in the ball game. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
The Chapman family has owned motorcycle dealerships for over 50 years, and the reason for that longevity is simple. We do our best to take care of every customer and every employee that we have. So in a world full of self-serve, self-checkout, and bag your own stuff, know that when you walk into Lone Star Harley-Davidson, we're glad that you're here and we want to take care of you. That's the Chapman difference. Lone Star Harley-Davidson on the Loop and Tyler, LoneStarHarley.com.
Lobos had called that timeout with a third and 10. And the clock stopped at 3:34. That leaves them with 2 timeouts. Lions have all of their timeouts. But starting to see a little bit of wear by that Tyler defense. They've been on the field much of this second half.
You know, this is a situation where it's third and 10. I don't really think Longview would take the chance to throw the ball here. So.
No, and they're coming out in the pistol now with a tailback behind Andrew Tutt. And he'll hand it off. Kelvin Washington tries to run it right up the middle. And he'll get to about the 41. Well, Tyler comes up with the ball.
Whistle it blown, though.
Yep. DeQuavian Sellers thinks he came out with the ball, but that's not going to be the call.
He came out with it, but the whistle was already blown.
Yep. And it's going to be 4th down and 6, and now Tyler will go for it one more time, I guess. Now, Tutt comes over to talk to King as the play clock runs down to 17. Now he gets back out there to the huddle. Play clock at 12. And they'll come out on the pistol again. Play clock at 7. 2:43 to go. They're just trying to run this clock down. Handoff. Kelvin Washington, he breaks it up the middle and he gets the first down and runs all the way to the 30-yard line. On 4th down and 6,
Picks up a first down.
they weren't going to just be satisfied with just running a play. They wanted that first down and they got it on the ground. That's Longview. Kelvin Washington has had a great night tonight. 3 touchdowns, a couple of great catches. One on a screen pass he took all the way for a score, and the other one, a deep ball that he just went up and got.
Yeah.
Washington, 5'9" and 160. He played like a 6'3" wide receiver when he went up for that bomb. And they'll hand it off to him again, and this time Washington will fight for about 3 yards. And now we'll have a timeout called. And let's see who that's called. Tyler called the timeout with 1:49 to play. Longview leads 34-12 over Tyler. 1:49 left. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Watch your money grow with Eastman Credit Union. Start earning more today with a 5.50% APY when you open an 11-month investment certificate. That's right. Get a 5.50% APY and an 11-month investment certificate available now for a limited time. To get started, just go to ecu.org/grow. Now is the time to earn and save, and signing up is quick and easy. But don't wait. Visit ecu.org/grow to earn more today. Eastman Credit Union.
Back at Lobo Stadium, 1:49 left in the ball game. Kelvin Washington just broke off a 15-yard run for a first down on 4th down and 6. Lobos have the ball at the Tyler 29-yard line. They have a 2nd down and 8. A couple more first downs and this thing's done. They've held the ball, seems like, for about 7 minutes now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Handoff. Washington breaks it outside. 20, 15, out of bounds at the 12-yard line. They'll mark him out at the 14. Kelvin Washington, nice block to seal the right end. He took it all the way down inside the 15 to the 14-yard line.
At the conclusion of this ball game, no one.
They started this drive with 9:23 to go, Johnny.
Yeah, they've done just what they need to do right here.
They've literally
eat the clock and drive the length of the field.
They've held the ball almost 10 minutes now. So you want to put an exclamation point on something, put a cherry on top, this is the way to do it.
Yeah.
Here come the Lobos, 1st and 10 at the 14 of Tyler. Handoff. Mason Washington tries up the middle and then gets shoved back. They'll give him forward progress around the about the 12-yard line. Might have gained 2 on the play, but that just keeps the clock running. 1:31 to go and ticking. And they're just going to take their time getting up to the line of scrimmage now. They'll get this under a minute before they snap the ball. That's when you can tell who's got the better team. When you can take the ball and hold it for 10 minutes just to run the clock out. Handoff, Kelvin Washington. Or is that Mason Washington? A helmet came off, and now we're starting to get a little chippy. And that's going to be a gain up to about the 10.
Yeah.
And that was Mason Washington. And he was gang tackled and then thrown down. And the clock is stopped right now as I'm not real sure why. Ball was spotted at the 10.
The 10-second runoff. The clock will start on the snap.
So there was a penalty. It was declined.
That's what he said.
Okay. I'm guessing the penalty was against Tyler.
And I would think
this may be about it.
Yeah, I would think that unless something's done to stop the clock.
They'll run 2 more plays. They'll run this play and 1 more. Unless I'm crazy, which has been known to be true. Mason Washington gets the handoff on 3rd down, and he gets across the 5. He gets a first down with 47 seconds to go.
Mason Washington on the carry.
And the clock is going to run with 44 seconds to go. They'll have to run 1 more play.
Yeah.
Play clock's at 28. And I would imagine this is going to be the victory formation. I can't imagine John King's going to score here. Could be wrong.
I think he'll just take a knee.
I think he will too.
Let it go.
Play clock down to 8, 7, 17 seconds on the game clock. Tutt takes the knee, and that's going to be the ball game. Longview ran out the entire clock from 9:23 on till the 12-minute mark, so they had the ball for over 10 minutes. And they win the game tonight by a score of 34-12, and they win District 7 5A Division I again.
You know, and the interesting thing about this game tonight, of course, we started off a little slow. We end up 34-12, but then we had a whole bunch of people get to play and make plays who hadn't played much this year at all. So Mason Washington ended up with 7 or 8 carries, and you know, we were able to make some plays defensively with some players that hadn't been playing much this year. So I think Coach King probably wasn't happy early on, but I think at the finish he's going to be plenty happy about this game.
I think that he's got a lot to smile about. Mainly, they're going to be able to hoist another district trophy, and so we've got to build a new trophy cabinet at some point, I'm sure. But the final score again: Longview 34, Tyler 12. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back with the Story and Hoover Law Firm postgame show right here on 106.5 Jack FM. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Longview Lobo High School football.
Brought to you by Peters Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Buick, and Longview.
Peters Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, Fiat in Longview has the largest new Jeep selection in East Texas, like the Jeep Wrangler 4xe with fuel economy of 49 miles per gallon and 375 horsepower. Right now, come and get behind the wheel of a new Jeep Wrangler for $1,500 off MSRP. And shop new Wrangler, Gladiator, and the Jeep Grand Cherokee during the Jeep Adventure Days event. And check out the only exclusive Jeep showroom in East Texas at Peters Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, Fiat. Online at peterschryslerjeep.net.
Are you a business owner in need of financing? Then you need Swish Funding, the better way to get the funding you need. Our simple application process takes just minutes, with funding as soon as 1 business day. At Swish Funding, we focus on your business cash flow, not your personal credit score. And we're ready to help with funding from $5,000 to $5 million. If you've been in business for 1 year and have monthly revenue of at least $25,000, you could get the affordable funding you need with no collateral. At swishfunding.com. That's SWISH funding.com.
Exergen thermometers are a top choice of medical professionals at highly ranked hospitals across the U.S. With kids back at school, keeping them healthy is important. Make Exergen thermometer the chosen thermometer for your home or business to check for fever, where accuracy matters. When measuring temperature at home and at work, use an Exergen thermometer to keep your family and colleagues safe. Available at Walmart and other participating retailers. Learn more at Exergen.com.
Happy Halloween! Here's an incredible deal worth screaming for. Cable Link's broadband 300 megs with unlimited data for less than $35 a month. The best price in town for this speed. Treat yourself with a 12-month price lock, no credit check, and no deposit required. Plus, you may qualify for the affordable connectivity plan for more savings. Visit cablelinks.com/connect. That's cablelinks.com/connect. Many factors affect speed. Offer expires without notice. Restrictions apply.
Soapy's Car Wash has been a proud sponsor of Longview Lobo football for over 20 years. Stay clean this football season with Soapy's Car Wash. The self-serve and automated bays in front of Sam's Club on Wall Street. And of course the drive-through wash on Highway 80. Save money with a monthly pass. And let's stay mean and clean all the way to the state championship.
Soapy's is a place to be.
Soapy's Car Wash. Just say the works.
Why hire the Lobo lawyers? Because if you've been seriously injured through no fault of your own, you don't have to fight the insurance company alone. We are your pack, and we will fight for you. When it's time to Lobo up and lawyer up, call Story and Hoover, the Lobo lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. Board-certified personal injury trial lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. That's 903-CALLDAN. Story and Hoover, the Lobo lawyers.
Passing the competition by leaps and bounds. The team of world-class specialists at Christus Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute are experts in caring for bones, joints, and muscles. In addition to treatment, they also provide special programs designed to keep you in optimal shape and improve athletic performance. So whether you're a student athlete or a weekend warrior, they'll keep you at the top of your game. Christus Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute, taking orthopedic care a step further.
When you're in need of collision repair, you need a shop that has a proven track record of being experienced, reliable, and friendly. McDaniel's Quality Body Works has stood the test of time in Longview for 89 years. From the early years of repairing Furies, Bel Airs, and Studebakers to today's complex Cobras, Stingrays, and Silverados, McDaniel's has been committed to your automotive collision repair needs since 1933. McDaniel's Quality Body Works in Longview, Kilgore, and Gilmer is the solution to your collision repair needs.
Welcome to the Longview Lobo postgame show on 106.5 Jack FM.
Brought to you by the law offices of Sorey and Hoover on 106.5 Jack FM.
Welcome back for the Story and Hoover Law Firm postgame show on 106.5 Jack FM as Longview defeats Tyler tonight by a score of 34-12 to win the District 7-5A Division I title for the second straight year. The 16th district title for John King in 20 years as the head football coach. He's had quite a run, and we know now that we'll probably most likely have a home playoff here at Lobo Stadium in a couple of weeks. Recapping the scoring in the first quarter, Longview punted on had to turn the ball over on downs on their first possession, and then Tyler took it and drove it. They got a big play, Caden Granberry with a 44-yard pass to Derek McFall that set up a 38-yard field goal by Marvin Espinal that gave Tyler a 3-0 lead with 7:24 to go in the first quarter. That's where it ended at the end of the quarter. Moving to the second quarter, Longview with about 8:45 to play in the quarter. Andrew Tutt throws a 73-yard pass. It's about a 15-yard out route to Kelvin Washington, and he took it down the sidelines for 73 yards in the score. That made it 6-3 Longview, but on the extra point attempt, it was blocked, and Tyler's Braylon Ford returned it about 75 yards for 2 points, and so the score ended up being Longview 6, Tyler 5 with 7:48 to go in the first half. Later in the quarter, Longview finally got a drive going. They took it to 81 yards. They got a 24-yard run by Tatum, followed by a 15-yard run by Taylor. And then Washington took it in from 2 yards out with an assist by Cedric Mitchell, who picked him up and moved him across the goal line. And the point after was good. Longview had a 13-5 lead with 2:30 to go in the second quarter. Next on the kickoff, they had a short, high kick that bounced at the 25 and died there, and Jameis Morrow for the coverage team for Longview recovered the ball, and Longview was able to take it in from there. Taylor Tatum on the very next play ran it in 25 yards for an explosive touchdown to make it 20-5 Longview with 2:21 to play in the first half. Longview got the ball back with 1:17 to go in the half. They drove it all the way down inside the 10-yard line, but they threw a pass that was complete with about 4 seconds to go inbounds. They couldn't get the field goal team on the field on time, and were not able to come away with any points. They had to settle for a 20-5 lead at halftime. Second half, Tyler comes out with a big drive. McFall goes 37 yards for the run. They had moved him to running back, and then he took it in from 2 yards out for the touchdown. It capped a 75-yard drive that cut Longview's lead to 8, 20-12 with 10:27 to go in the third quarter. But Tatum comes right back with an answer. 75-yard touchdown run. And that made it 27-12. Longview on top. We'll move it now to late in the third quarter, where Kelvin Washington had a 27-yard reception. That set up a 36-yard pass from Tutt to Kelvin Washington for a score. That made it 34-12 Longview on top of Tyler with 1:49 to go in the quarter. In the fourth quarter, Longview got an interception from Buda Garrett. They drove, but they fumbled the ball. Washington fumbled it. It was recovered by Tyler, but on the very next play, Caden Granberry threw a deep ball that was intercepted by Willie Nelson at the 15-yard line. Longview got the ball back with 9:23 to go in the game and ran out the rest of the clock. That's incredible. They had the ball and finished off the 9:23 left in the clock without ever handing the ball back to Tyler. Longview wins it by a score of 34-12. They go to 8-1, and they are now 6-0 in district play, and they have clinched District 7-5A Division I.
Yeah, and tonight's another night where you had a whole bunch of people contribute. Of course, Tatum had a great night, had a lot of yardage. Then Kelvin Washington, again, he made the great catch and had a long run. Tut, I think, just like he has done all year, he just controls the offense, made some good plays, and Longview did what they needed to do. We win the district. We're going to have the first round game played here, which is a big thing to happen.
No doubt.
And so I think Coach King will probably have a few things he didn't like, but most of them he will.
Yeah, when you look at the results, the final score is what matters. And as we've heard from Coach King before, rather an ugly win than a beautiful loss for sure. So, and this was an ugly win, but it was a win nonetheless, and it wins the district championship. It's 34-12. Longview beats Tyler tonight. We're going to take a timeout. We hope to talk to Coach John King shortly here on the Sorry and Hoover postgame show. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Why hire the Lobo lawyers? Because if you've been seriously injured through no fault of your own, you don't have to fight the insurance company alone. We are your pack, and we will fight for you. When it's time to Lobo up and lawyer up, call Sorry and Hoover, the Lobo lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. Board-certified personal injury trial lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. That's 903-CALLDAN. Sorry and Hoover, the Lobo lawyers.
Score big with an auto loan from Eastman Credit Union. From trucks to cars and SUVs, ECU is the winning choice for all your auto loan needs. So what makes ECU the best? You can get a great low rate, financing terms to fit your budget, and an extraordinary dividend year-end bonus. And best of all, you can apply completely online right now. Just visit ecu.org/auto and step up your game today. Eastman Credit Union.
Peters Ram in Longview is the #1 Ram truck dealer in East Texas. Don't miss the biggest deal in Texas. The Ram Half-Ton Lone Star. 0% for 72 months or get $9,000 off. Ram heavy-duty trucks. The largest selection this year. And Ram commercial and fleet units are in stock and ready to go to work. The largest selection of new Ram vehicles at Peters Ram during the Ram Power Days. Online at peterschryslerjeep.net.
Time to get it on. Happy Halloween! Here's an incredible deal worth screaming for. Cable Links Broadband, 1 gig with unlimited data for $79.95 a month. The best deal in town. Treat yourself with a 12-month price lock, no credit check, and no deposit required. Plus, you may qualify for the affordable connectivity plan for more savings. Visit cablelinks.com/getgig now. That's cablelinks.com/getgig now. Many factors affect speed. Offer expires without notice. Restrictions apply.
Two great Longview traditions, Longview Lobo Football and Hot Dog Express. Stop by Hot Dog Express this week for your favorite hot dogs and delicious fries, featuring all your favorites, the mustard dog, delicious chili cheese dogs, the famous Chicago dog, and Polish sausages. Hot Dog Express on Highway 80 now features an expanded drive-through lane. Good luck to the Longview Lobos this season. Let's make another state championship run with extra mustard.
Passing the competition by leaps and bounds. The team of world-class specialists at Christus Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute are experts in caring for bones, joints, and muscles. In addition to treatment, they also provide special programs designed to keep you in optimal shape and improve athletic performance. So whether you're a student athlete or a weekend warrior, they'll keep you at the top of your game. Christus Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute, taking orthopedic care a step further.
Bish's RV knows a thing or two about how to go play in Texas. And we've been here long enough to know that this time of year, in this town, that means one thing. Lobos football is back. And Bish's RV's fired up to be back as a sponsor. We can't wait to watch the green, gold, and white get back to ball and take care of business. So, Lobos fans, help us bring the noise every game this fall. Because if we're going to go play, we might as well go all the way. Bish's RV in Longview, at the intersection of Judson and George Ritchie, where memories begin.
When you're in need of collision repair, you need a shop that has a proven track record of being experienced, reliable, and friendly. McDaniel's Quality Body Works has stood the test of time in Longview for 89 years. From the early years of repairing Furies, Bel Airs, and Studebakers to today's complex Cobras, Stingrays, and Silverados, McDaniel's has been committed to your automotive collision repair needs since 1933. McDaniel's Quality Body Works in Longview, Kilgore, and Gilmer is the solution to your collision repair needs.
Are you a business owner in need of financing? Then you need Swish Funding, the better way to get the funding you need. Our simple application process takes just minutes with funding as soon as one business day. At Swish Funding, we focus on your business cash flow, not your personal credit score. And we're ready to help with funding from $5,000 to $5 million. If you've been in business for 1 year and have monthly revenue of at least $25,000, you could get the affordable funding you need with no collateral at swishfunding.com. That's SWISH funding.com.
Exergen thermometers are a top choice of medical professionals at highly ranked hospitals across the U.S. With kids back at school, keeping them healthy is important. Make Exergen thermometer the chosen thermometer for your home or business to check for fever, where accuracy matters. When measuring temperature at home and at work, use an Exergen thermometer to keep your family and colleagues safe. Available at Walmart and other participating retailers. Learn more at Exergen.com.
Peters Buick in Longview has the best selection in East Texas. Over 70 Buicks to choose from. Right now, get 1.9% financing at 36 months or 4.1% financing at 60 months on all Buick models. Check out the Buick Encore GX Avenir with an all-new look and up to 31 miles per gallon. The largest selection of new Buicks from the #1 Buick dealer in East Texas. Peters Buick. Online at peterscars.net.
Happy Halloween! Here's an incredible deal worth screaming for. Cable Links Broadband, 1 gig with unlimited data for $79.95 a month, the best deal in town. Treat yourself with a 12-month price lock, no credit check, and no deposit required. Plus, you may qualify for the affordable connectivity plan for more savings. Visit cablelinks.com/getgig now. That's cablelinks.com/getgig now. Many factors affect speed. Offer expires without notice. Restrictions apply.
Two great Longview traditions, Longview Lobo Football and Hot Dog Express. Stop by Hot Dog Express this week for your favorite hot dogs and delicious fries, featuring all your favorites, the mustard dog, delicious chili cheese dogs, the famous Chicago dog, and Polish sausages. Hot Dog Express on Highway 80 now features an expanded drive-through lane. Good luck to the Longview Lobos this season. Let's make another state championship run with extra mustard.
Brian Houston here at Lobo Stadium after a 34-12 win over the Tyler Lions by the Longview Lobos. We're joined now by head football coach John King. Coach King, congratulations on that district championship to 16 and 20 years. Does that get old for you now?
They never get old. I'm proud of these kids, and we had to earn it, and we had a tough one tonight, and we stood another test. Tyler Highs, came in here with everything they had. They still had playoff hopes on the line, and so they gave us their best shot, and our kids, it wasn't a pretty game. We had some self-inflicted wounds with pre-snap penalties and so forth in the first half that hurt some drives, but we overcame that, settled down, played ball, and made some big plays. Had some big runs, had some big passes, had some turnovers on defense, and all those things added up to a Lobo win. But we're district champs. We're going to get the top seed. We'll get a home playoff game. And those are two goals that we had to reach that were left for the regular season. We did it tonight.
Coach, it was kind of a strange first half. It was a little bit ragged, but, you had the touchdown and then the kick gets blocked and returned back for 2 points. And we saw a lot of things. You threw a lot of different formations. Tatum was lined up everywhere but the press box at different times tonight. So was that all just to kind of put stuff on film just to let everybody – have to worry about some things?
Well, we felt like we would have to open it up some. I mean, you saw in the second half them loading the box and having 8-9-man fronts. I mean, we knew we couldn't do that all night long, and we did some things in the first half to give them a different look. But we made some plays out of the spread, and of course Taylor had a couple of big runs, one on the stretch and one on the inside zone to start the second half. So it was just we just knew that they were too good to be able to just sit there and try to line up and do what we do for 4 quarters.
Okay. Kelvin Washington tonight, not only running, but that long reception he made there. He's 5'9". He looked like he was 6'3" when he went up for that ball.
He had a couple of big plays, one on the bubble that he took to the house, and, of course, the one that Tud hit him with on the angle route was a big play. We had Taylor on it earlier, and we overthrew him, but we came back to it with Boosie, and he made the play and pushed us ahead to 20, whatever it was, 22, 23-point lead, So, yeah, it was a strange night. The snap on the extra point, we get it blocked, and we don't do a good enough job of covering up, after the block. So those things happen, but you got to find a way to get that guy tackled.
But at the same time, then you get the kickoff after you score a touchdown, and it dies at the 25, and Jameis falls on it, and you get that one back.
Kind of a strange deal. That's right. Kind of got it back. Yep, that was a strange series of events there, but those things happen in these East Texas shootouts. It was a tough physical game, typical Tyler Hyde Longview game, and warm, muggy. It was kind of hot down there, so it was. It's definitely not what you'd expect late in October in terms of the conditions, but it's hot and muggy on both sides. I mean, both teams got to play through it, but like you said, it's kind of a strange game, but we made enough plays to pull it out.
You definitely turned it up on defense, and about middle of the first quarter, going into the second quarter, suddenly your pass rush, Granberry couldn't get the ball off.
Yeah, no, our defensive line put a lot of pressure on him. That kid's a player. I mean, he's elusive. He gets the ball out quick. He's a riverboat gambler now. He'll throw some in there, and we got him bottled up, got pressure, got sacks, and put him in long yardage situations that enabled us to get off the field on defense. But great pass coverage is a great pass rush, and we got that.
And then they moved the ball. They moved McFall to running back, which they hadn't been doing most of the year, probably because they couldn't get the ball to him throwing it, and he did a little damage, a little bit, but not much.
Well, he did enough. I mean, every time he touched it, you hold your breath.
Yes.
He's hard to get on the ground, and he went down our sideline, and turned on the Jets. He's an exceptional talent. But I thought we did a pretty good job most of the night containing him and not allowing him to get his hands on the ball, particularly when we're going to kick it to him. I mean, we weren't going to do that. I mean, we'd kick it out of bounds, or we'd kick it to him. He's just too dangerous.
Then on senior night, I think it was fitting that Buda Garrett and Willie Nelson both got interceptions tonight.
Yeah, two guys have been 3-year starters. They are leaders of the defense football team, and along with 5 or 6 other guys. It's amazing the camaraderie they have on defense and the way they play together. But yeah, Buda made a great play on his pick, as did Willie. But it timely interceptions there in the fourth quarter. I think second half, I know for sure, but we needed them, because we need to get the ball back and not let their offense stay on the field.
And then you take the ball and you run the final 9.5 minutes off the clock and just not even let them touch the ball to end the ball game.
Well, we made some big runs at the right time. We had to convert a fourth and about 6. From about the 40, which was a big conversion, and kept the drive going. And that was our plan. We were going to try to milk the clock and take all the time off the clock that we could, and not let them have it back. They get it back, one play they score, and they start onside kicking. You never know what's going to happen. So that was a time, to play. I guess people call it 4-minute offense. I call it Lobo offense, ground and pound.
That's exactly what it looked like tonight. Okay, just a thought. I know they're going to have another home game now, but these guys played their senior night game tonight. You had 33 seniors. It seemed, 8 or 9 starters on both on offense and defense. Talk a little bit about that senior class. 31-6 now. Regional semifinals their sophomore year, semifinals last year. Who knows what happens this year?
Well, they're a special group, and I never will forget the first day they showed up on campus as incoming freshmen. It was right after COVID. It was June the 8th, and they came out of the woodworks. There was close to 100 incoming freshmen that were ready to get out of the house, and I think their parents were ready to get them out of there. But they showed up and went to work, and they've been special all the way through. And I've said it many times. It starts at home with a lot of these kids, and this class of 24 is so fortunate to have great sports staff at home and how they conduct themselves, whether it's in the classroom or in the community or how they practice, how they play. They're just outstanding kids, and it's it's an honor to be able to coach kids like that. And that's what I told all those parents tonight. I mean, thank you for letting us coach your son. It's been a great ride, and it's not over. We know that we'll be in the postseason. We'll worry about that after another week. But it's where we need to be, and the class of 24 has been special. 15 of these guys have been on the varsity since they were sophomores, which is absolutely absurd to think that we do that here with the depth we have in our program. But it was kind of like the perfect storm. We were thin. They were good. They were ready, and they grew up in a hurry. So, but no, they're a tight group and just an absolute joy to coach.
Awesome. Coach, congratulations on that district championship, and good luck next week, and we'll be watching you down the line.
Well, we got work to do next week. We've got a share of that district title. I don't want to share it. I want it to be ours. I don't want anybody else in there co-champ. So we need to go win on the road at West Mesquite.
Fantastic. Coach, thanks very much.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening to the Longview Lobo Postgame Show, an exclusive broadcast presentation on 106.5 Jack FM.
Also brought to you by the law offices of Sorey and Hoover.